What is up, PCP Army? What is up? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am Rockin, Robbie Billups Station. And tonight, it's PCP movie night. And tonight, we're talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original Tobe Hooper classic, gnarly as it is, from 1974. So join along with us in the chat. And speaking of joining along, we've got the man, the myth, the legend. It's good old Jab. What's up, my man?
What's up, man? Station.
Yeah,
dude. Well, this was a crazy movie to watch again. I keep like thinking, I'm like, even the first time I saw this, I was like, these are the dumbest people that ever could be in a situation. Like, as many horror movies as I've watched, I've never seen a dumber set of people. They're like victims.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's such a mess. But it's a great film. It's gritty. It's still old school. I've yet to watch the remake. I don't think I've watched the remake of this.
Yeah.
And
welcome to the show. I haven't asked you what you thought about it yet, Jelani, but welcome to the show. Speaking of...
No, I just like to tell you what I think.
Speaking of stupid victims, it's Jay Strick with that straight dick. What's up, my man?
Sally! Don't leave me. I got the flashlight. Sally!
I can already tell we're gonna have a great show. Speaking of a great show, Brooks Station.
Hi, Brooks. Hey.
Hey. How are you? You doing good?
Hey.
Hey, and guess what? Guess who's not here yet, y'all? Everybody all together. Dylan. Anyway, tonight we're talking about that Texas Chainsaw. Don't defend him.
Never.
Don't defend. We would be outside right now being like, Dylan. I got the flashlight, Dylan. Anyway, what is up, everybody in the chat? How are y'all doing? Sam Fat, Mike06 is in the house, of course. TM Nerdy. Missing Link. Y'all changing y'all's names on me. Like we're starting this whole thing. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. We're talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974, like I said. This movie was supremely low budget. They filmed it in the middle of a heat wave. Not very good actors. There's not much of a story. I watched one video earlier. I think it was Cody Leach, I think is his name. He said this isn't a movie, it's an experience. You know, and speaking of an experience, y'all, he's actually here. It's Dylan from Dylan's Horror Show.
Yeah, buddy.
How you doing, Dylan?
I'm good, man. Yeah, dude. Cody Leach. That guy's a character.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a good horror reviewer, though, man. That's what I know about him.
Great YouTuber. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the movie is directed and produced, of course, by Tobe Hooper. It was written by Kim Hinkle and Tobe Hooper. I really like this film. I think it's really solid. Now, I didn't always like this film. I'm not the biggest fan of the entire franchise, but I do appreciate it. And I remember growing up, and Leatherface was a big deal. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was always one of those movies that, even though I would go and watch the craziest, raddest stuff at the movie store, I always veered clear of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Something about it just always seemed like it was just too much. It would be too much for me. And I do think the movie kind of, for a lot of people, would be too much. But I think it's one of the best in that early 70s, almost like exploitation type horror film. Things like Last House on the Left. It fits right along in there, but I think that this one, because it actually doesn't show a lot, but what it does show you really is unnerving, unsettling, dirty, gritty, grimy. I used to think that was a cheap way to try to make a horror film, and I think a lot of people have done cheap imitations of this film. But this strikes a chord like almost no other horror film.
Right.
It's just, and way better than any of its sequels, though they have their merits. Jelani, what do you think about the film overall?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I watched the first time I ever watched it was from when I worked at Hollywood Video. I picked it up because I was like on this weird horror kick, and I was like, oh, I'll watch this too. And I watched it. I was like, oh man, because it starts off so like gritty, like in total dark, pitch black, and then photographs for just flash bulb shots, and you see these like these hands and body parts, and it's a mess, and it's messy from the jump. So I remember watching things like that, and I was like, oh, this is kind of gritty. And then you get to the stupid people, and then you're like, okay. And then they start doing stupid stuff, and I'm like, way you're not supposed to die. This is how you're not supposed to die. Like, I think all of them would have lived, like survived, had they not done the stupid shit that they did in this movie. But I like the film. It's gritty. It's scary. It has its moments of just pure what? And it still kind of bothers me. And it as old as it is, and it's the beginning of the horror genre, and I never really thought about getting it until I rented it. And I rented it. I was like, oh God, what did I pick up? So this is like the third time I've seen this movie. And it still holds up for me.
Every time I watch it, it gets better. Like the experience feels more visceral. It feels more real. Yeah. I feel like I understand the intent more. And you know, the sequels, they get bigger budgets. They're more polished looking, and I think they suffer because of it, you know? So I really, really, really think that this is one that definitely grows on you the more you watch it. Though I would be wary of most people that said that like they watch this once a month. Jay Strick told me the other day he did watch this movie once a month though. What about you, Jay Strick? What do you think about this overall?
Dude, I love this movie. It's a really fun watch for me. I agree with both of you. There's something unnerving about it, right? It's something unnerving about Leatherface as a character and the family, you know, just being jacked up, the grandpa, you know, all of it's creepy, man. The guy in the van hurting himself for no reason, it seems like, you know.
Mistake number one, right, Jelani? Picking up that damn hitchhiker.
Why'd you pick up the hitchhiker?
Yep.
What's the point of that? Yeah. Why the hell would you do that? Pick them up.
It's the 70s, man.
They're fucking hippies, man. They're talking about astrology. Yeah, they're fucking hippies.
They're ruining everything for themselves.
They're like straight up.
Look at this guy.
Straight up. If we saw a hitchhiker like that, I would be like, hell the fuck no. We are not picking that dude up. That dude looks crazy.
And he went on his face and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so you would pick up a dude if he was like wearing a business suit and had like a briefcase?
I would pick him up.
I won't pick up any hitchhiker. I'm going to be honest with you, man.
Can I say one thing too? Because I know Perry didn't understand this for the TCM2. He is Chop Top's brother, twin brother. A lot of people don't realize. They think that he and him, or Nubbins is the same guy as Chop Top.
No, because he's in the war at the time, right? Yeah. That's the idea.
Yep. Yeah. He's at Vietnam War, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. The best character in the entire franchise, aside from Leatherface, to me, is Chop Top.
I agree.
Bill Moseley is amazing in part 2. And by the way, March Madness continues with the conclusion of this double feature tomorrow night on Dylan's Horror Show. Link in the description below. Sub up and join us tomorrow night to talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Anyway, Jay Strick, continue.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say is, regardless how you feel about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if you hate it, you love it, you have to respect how iconic it is for the horror genre. So it's a great film.
Absolutely. Brooks, my man, what'd you think about this film?
All right.
It's all right. I mean, I remember watching this as a kid. Like when I was a teenager when I watched this, like in high school, and I wasn't too into horror movies back then, but I remember watching the movie and thinking that I actually kind of liked it. So I was like, oh yeah, I bet I'll like it a lot more. But actually, I don't know. It does have like, I do kind of like it, but at the same time, like there's parts of it that just like I'm not really into it, you know? Like the whole, like the end of this movie had me like, because I was imagining what it would be like to have to actually spend time with these fucking people. Like I was feeling so bad. I was like, oh my God.
They were kind of.
I mean, like even like outside of, you know, being like, if I was like forced to hang out with these people, like not in their crazy fucking murder house, like if I like ran into them like at a store or something, they like stopped me and like surrounded me and like, hey guy, I got a knife. Like these are the kind of people like that want a smart man avoids.
Yes.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me
It's Texas, baby.
Are you telling me that you're pulling a Jelani a little bit here, and you're saying that you don't really like this movie because it's so effective at making these people super creepy?
Oh.
And that's another great thing about the movie is it's not supernatural. Like these are just a crazy fucking redneck
cannibals.
You're out in the middle of nowhere in Texas, stranded.
Pretty sure they're inbred.
That's terrible. That's terrifying. Yeah. Like how does he have children? What happened there? I don't know. I think Leatherface wears his mother. I don't know. What about you, Dylan? What do you think about the film overall?
I love it. I'll say I actually in my teenage years, man, I was in a phase where all these remakes were coming out, like the Rob Zombie Halloween, the Jessica Biel Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I adored even the Rob Zombie just because they were more gory, because obviously Halloween is less bloody, more stylistic at times, and really no gore. And dude, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake goes balls to the wall, and I still love it to this day. But I feel like I almost didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. But I do love this movie. At times, I don't know if I understand what Tobe means by it being like a comedy. I know Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is a comedy. I can see some comedic bits in it, but with that score, man, it tenses you up throughout the whole movie where you're just on edge, like that shriek, But I mean, you can't not give this movie it's props, because I mean it is one of the best. It is one of the best, and see, I feel like you hear so much about it, and then when you kind of watch it nowadays, you're like, that's what it's not as bad as you think, or not as gory as you would think, especially compared to like that remake. But back in the day, it was, like big time, and they didn't really have to show as much. It was that stylistic where he doesn't have to, where instead of getting that X rating, which they could have easily have gotten, instead of just throwing them on the hook and you seeing that hook go through them and you know what I mean? He just had to throw them on there. She's done. You know what I'm saying? She's on that hook, and you know what I mean? It's more like in your mind. And that's what I think these guys are like all about, or that psyche getting in your mind and scaring the living shit out of you.
Yeah, it's what you think. It's you kind of putting reading between the lines or between the images, if you will.
Yeah.
And Tobe Hooper wanted to get a PG rating. They tried really hard to get a PG rating for this. Yeah, it was much easier, right? But I mean, they're literally eating people. I mean, I know it's just more implied, but there is some gore. It starts off with that decrepit corpse, up there in the sculpture.
Yeah,
it's got some creepy stuff.
I love that shot. It's
a great shot, and the color palette. And I don't know how much of it is intentional and how much of it is just a fortunate set of circumstances that they didn't have much money. They were in the heat wave. Apparently, it was a very troublesome shoot. Okay.
I'm sure, man.
So let's talk about the cast real quick. First of all, everybody's going to want to say Gunnar Hansen as Leatherface. So let's just get this out of the way. A fantastic performance. Does a really great job of having there be something behind the mask, but still be so incredibly scary. That moment when that dude, by the way, next dumb mistake, that dude goes into this random ass house.
Oh my God. I know.
Right.
Especially in Texas.
Who goes
you get shot on sight.
No kidding, right? So he goes in there, but when he's just slowly going in the door, and then Leatherface just pops out and just bam, and then he's it's so freaking real, and it's building up this idea of the slaughterhouse while they're on the road, and it's already that creepy ass van ride with the hitchhiker, and then just the way it just it's just this labyrinth of insanity and madness, because it's March Madness, everybody. In fact, this is the winner of the PCP Army March Madness poll. What do you think about Leatherface in this movie, Jelani?
Yeah, he scared the crap out of me. The way his mask looked, the first mask, is scary as crap, because it's still it's got eyelashes.
Oh no!
Is he doing the bit?
No, we lost him.
Jay Strick, what do you think about Leatherface?
I feel like he's gonna come back and start talking over me. I love Leatherface in this, man. He's extremely creepy. The moment you're describing when he comes out with the mallet, I love that kill because it's like it's so realistic, right? But also like when he hits him the first time.
I froze.
Yeah, you froze.
Dadgummit.
We'll get back to you. J Strick, continue.
When he hits him the first time, he's like twitching on the ground, and he hits him again, and he's just out, you know. Yeah, I really liked him as Leatherface. It's a shame they couldn't get him back for part 2. They couldn't work out the deal. I guess they weren't going to pay him enough or whatever, so he bailed. But yeah, it's a great performance, man. It really is.
Funny, they got him back like 30 years later for 3D, but they couldn't get him back for the damn sequel.
What about you, Jelani? Leatherface.
Yeah, he was scary. He was intimidating. He's the mask was scary. The first one, it's just like dried skin. Of course, it's a skin mask, but still, that first one kind of gets me because it's so crispy. And
crispy,
like some crispy,
yeah.
It's
very dry, but it's like I don't know, something about his stature, the way he carries himself, the way he runs around with the chainsaw. It's very. Yeah, I wouldn't want that guy to chase me. I feel like I wouldn't make it if that girl was running.
Dude, I was thinking that in the movie because I'm like, bro, he's like overweight, like he's not in shape. He ran after Sally for like 20 minutes.
Dude,
for a while.
He didn't stop, man. That's
he didn't stop.
There's
running.
nothing scary than this crazy ass dude like running around with this fucking chainsaw, like, and then. Well, okay, try to help me out because I'm unclear. I don't remember exactly what here. What happened to the truck driver? Not the small truck, but the big truck.
He's just gone.
He just out.
He just disappeared.
He's just gone.
They didn't even pick him up. Like he was just running on the side, I guess.
When they get to the end of the film and they get into the truck and then Leatherface is like sawing at it and then they just get out of the truck again and run. I'm like, why didn't you just jump the fuck away?
Truck too, or drive away.
He's obviously not getting it in there. It's not part 2 or 3 yet, where he's got like a bigger chainsaw, can do crazier things. Anyway,
yeah, it's nuts.
Brooks, what'd you think about Leatherface?
I like Leatherface actually. I think he was out of like all of the fucking 3 weirdos. I think he would be like the one I would have the least problems with actually. And I think I can tell like just by looking at into his eyes that he's the artist. He's the one who makes all the bone art. Like, you just tell he's a sensitive artist.
That's his.
It's not his fault that he knows, that human beings are made up of delicious meat. I mean, he can't help that. Cursed with knowledge, man.
I love that Brooks is basing his opinion on this movie as how he would handle these characters in real life, like as if it was just he just randomly came across him. And yeah, that's some interesting points about Leatherface. And he's kind of a tragic figure now, obviously very scary, very strong, very intimidating, like because it's like literally humans, they're nothing to him. These victims are nothing to him, but like a pig or a cow. It's just meat to be slaughtered. And I also love how the dad is like, squeamish.
You're the cook. You're the cook.
Dylan, what do you think about Leatherface?
You're muted, bro.
Sorry. He's definitely the best Leatherface in my book. Like you said, I mean, he has the most like life and kind of sorrow come out of him. I mean, because as he's killing people, he always has that reaction where he's like, "What am I doing?" Like you kind of feel bad for him because if you look at it in his point of view, I mean, these are people strangers coming into his house. He has not, and in Texas, man, I mean, I believe the gas station guy who we know is the uncle. He says, like, man, you're going to want to be going around places you don't know. This is Texas. You'll get, like, they'll shoot you on sight. You step on somebody's property. So you guys don't even just step on someone's property, but you go walk up in their house. Like,
walk up in the house.
You about to get cracked with a hammer, dog, or thrown on a hook. But
Sally?
Alistair.
I guess he might be the comic relief. He's either the one being annoying or the comic relief. I don't know what Toby was thinking, but Yeah, man. I think Gunnar Hansen is the Leatherface, and I know they're doing another TCM, and it's supposed to be because they're in the phase of everything is a direct sequel to the original. This
So
was
Leatherface
actually
gonna be like
Nice.
fucking
this was
70
actually
years
gonna be
old.
horror news. This is gonna be horror news tomorrow, Robbie. But 'cause I just found out they already do. It's in production. And it's supposed to be all visual or all practical effects. They're using old school lenses to try and give it that vibe of TCM, the original.
That's dope.
I don't know if they're using Gunnar Hansen though. That would be incredible. It's like wasted him for
Bruh.
He ain't gonna be
3D.
running in this one. He's gonna be like,
It's supposed to be.
I don't like the idea of a fucking
Old
70-year-old
man
Leatherface.
though.
That's just me. I'm not down for that, man. I'm just.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
just.
I
Bruh.
guess it's supposed
At
to
least
be
Michael
old
Myers-
man.
hotter for
At
Jason.
least Michael Myers doesn't run. You know,
I was gonna say-
Jason doesn't run,
He is a
but
more
like
skilled
Leatherface
stalker.
runs. He's crazy. You know, are you gonna stalk someone with a chainsaw? Very subtle. You know. Anyway,
He can use the hammer.
well, I was gonna say that there was. I had a whole bit planned, and I can't even remember what the hell it was anymore. But
That's what happens when your whole life's a bit.
yeah, I know. What's another character you want to highlight, Jelene?
The hitchhiker. Oh my god. What the crap? Like, I like to call him Red Flag because he's all the red flags. He gets in their van. He acts a fool. He cuts himself with the guy's knife, which he gives him. Then
No,
he
snatched
cuts him
it from him.
Oh,
Yeah, he
does
did snatch it.
That's
You
the thing
get
about-
back.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
dude fucking snatches my knife like.
It's already
I'm
a
not
wrap.
down with that.
Yeah,
Gotta knock
you
his
have to
ass out.
leave. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Like, you don't
You
fucking
should've
take
picked
snatch a man's knife out of his hands. That's bad
Yeah,
form.
I like this is the one movie that Brooks has put himself into the movie, and he's like playing out every scenario.
That's how effective it is.
That's right. And Brooks has probably already been there. But yeah, man, that hitchhiker, man, he's by far the craziest thing next to Leatherface. I cannot believe that guy like just runs around. I bet you he does that all the time too. Like he finds he hitchhikes to places, gets them somehow to his house and kills them. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
And it didn't work the first time, but they were just dumb enough to drive to like the same homestead in the same area, and then dumb enough to walk into their house. Oh my God, it hurts. It hurts. These victims, like everybody here, Scream's victims, like in the Scream movie, they're fine. They do stupid stuff, they get killed, but not as stupid as the people in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It hurts me. It hurts me.
I mean, they're dumb people in all these movies. What would a horror slasher film be without a bunch of dumb people?
No, they're dumb. Like Bloody Valentine, why are you going into a mine? But at the same time, they're not walking up into somebody's house.
Well, they work in the mine.
You got to smash.
Yeah, you work in the mine. So
it's such the weirdest thing about My Bloody Valentine is they're like, we're gonna take these girls into the cold ass mine in the middle of fucking February, and fucking we're gonna get laid. Like, what?
That's right.
Hey, man.
Who does that? You have an upstairs
Canadians,
direct
I guess.
room.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
Travis can let
positive.
us know. Travis can let us know the courting methods of Canada. Jay Strick, what's
Labatt's beer?
what's a Moosehead, eh?
Moosehead, hey. Yeah. Damn shame.
Y'all are
But
running
yeah.
me off my rocker.
So
Jay Strick,
stupid.
what's another character you'd like to highlight?
I'll highlight the creepy ass grandpa.
Okay.
That dude.
He's got to be a vampire, right?
Essentially. I mean, at this point, he's like 120. Yeah, he's unbelievably terrifying to me because like
Is that a mask?
like, it's the
Looks
only
like
thing
dead.
that's keeping him alive is drinking blood. I don't know. It's unclear. And
At first you think he's like they're just rolling out his corpse.
yeah, you're just
But
like,
then he,
oh,
like,
this is
starts
weird. This is a
moving,
weird
like,
bit,
holy
y'all.
shit, that dude's alive.
And when he starts sucking her blood, he does like this, like he's
Yeah.
getting like, oh, it's so fucking.
Excited.
I think he's creepier in the
hell.
first one than the second. The second one
Yeah.
has more elaborate makeup,
Yeah.
but the first one, because I mean, when you first see him, like, because she runs up there, right,
yeah.
and finds the corpses, and I was like, oh, so that's just a corpse, and then like he comes all,
It's moving.
like,
Moving.
what's going on? Yeah, it's creepy, Jay Strick, Grandpa. Good pick.
Thanks.
Good job. What about you, Brooks?
Well, I like I call him the Goblin Man. I guess the cook, the gas station attendant guy. Like this guy.
I got an eye for real quality meat.
Like he comes in with a fucking sack in his hands, and like he's just so ridiculous. He's like, the thing is like he's manipulating he's manipulating poor Leatherface, who's just an innocent guy, into doing all his murder for him because he's a lazy asshole who doesn't want to get his hands dirty.
He's squeamish about it too.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's like, I never could stand the killing. He's just the cook, right? But if you like that character, you should definitely. I know you watched this on Tubi, right?
Yeah.
Your first Tubi experience, Station.
Yeah.
Part 2's on Tubi, right?
It is.
Yeah, you should watch
I saw
that.
it on there.
Yeah, you should watch part 2 if you like that character. Plus, Dennis Hopper's just fucking nuts. Anyway, what about you, Dylan?
Well, I was gonna say Grandpa. I'm trying to think. There's not really too many people left, but I'll just stick with Grandpa then, I guess, because
nobody wants to say any of the fucking kids.
I mean,
they were horrible,
I'm say any of the characters. It ain't gonna be for none of their all-star acting. It's gonna be because of that one shot walking up to the house. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. That iconic shot that they totally went even longer for on Jessica Biel. Oof.
Oh, bro, Jessica Biel's dying.
Okay, Dylan, let's move on.
Come on, Delaney knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, son. Yeah.
Come on, it's we all grown men.
That's
think
right.
Grown men here.
Yep, it ain't Saturday night.
All right, we'll leave that for Saturday. But
we are cultured here, sir.
Cultured. The grandpa is definitely the creepiest. Like, I mean, they roll him out like he's dead and he's just sitting there. You really don't know like he's alive until they feed him the blood, and he is just dude. I mean, growing up, he might have been even scarier than freaking Leatherface, dude. I'm telling you. And he just, oh my god, I always love that. Like, just so good. Everyone in this movie is just so creepy. All the So what are they? Are they the Sawyers, or because they changed it in the remake? It was like, I think they said they were the Sawyers.
They're the faces, because it's Leatherface, and then it's Pleatherface, and then it's Featherface.
Shut up. Not so me. But yeah, they changed the name. In the remake, they're like the Sawyers, I think, or something else.
Yeah, it's Sawyers.
Is it Sawyer in the remake?
It's Sawyer in this one.
Okay, then they changed it in the remake. It's something else.
Dude, John Larroquette's the narrator.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Oh, we should have said. I love how I'm really surprised nobody said Franklin.
Hey, do you know how they do you know how they paid the narrator?
He had a really bad day.
You know how they paid the narrator? Are you doing a freezing bit? I can't tell.
No.
Tobe Hoover paid him in the ganja.
Oh,
Like, for real?
Yeah.
70s. That's the 70s, baby.
He's like, this is what I want. Just get it
I
for
want
me.
a pound of weed. I'll narrate.
Speaking of a pound of weed and narration for John Larroquette, famous for being on Night Court.
Night Court.
Let's talk about the style and structure of this film. I think it's beautifully shot for what they did. It's 16 millimeter. It feels raw. It's not quite documentarian, but it's not your traditional movie, Right. It kind of it does kind of almost have the setup, but it's like a ride. This one really is a ride, and not like, oh, it's so much fun. This movie gets to you. It gets into you. Like, just the scene when even like she runs and like falls into all the chicken feathers. Like, that's fucking gross, dude.
Gotta bang that up.
Like that whole house is like just filled and smell of slaughter. Can you imagine that? And that makes it even dumber when that first dude walks in, gets malleted across the head. And by the way, there is an uncut version that's rumored to be out there. Very few copies exist. But the moment when he's falling, he has one more line. He says, "I renounce my wish." But so I think the style and structure of the film is
Life
great.
is good.
My man.
Expertly paced because it builds tension. It starts at an 11 and it keeps cranking it up and up and up, and it doesn't stop. And literally, like the last 15 minutes of this movie is just screaming. Sally is like, she just talk about scream queens. Why do we not talk about Sally in this movie? Because she just has to scream nonstop. Those close-ups of the eye, that whole dinner scene, the way it's made, the way the production design is with the bones and everything, it's so creepy. There's this creepy artistic quality to it because all the furniture and all the sculptures, like it's so freaking well executed, I think. What about the style and structure, Jelani?
You said most of it. I mean, basically, I was going to go to do the eye thing, but yeah, the way they shot the eye or her eye, and then it goes into different phases of it, and then it gets even closer. Oh man, you know I have eye problems or eye issues in movies. I'm glad they didn't do anything to her eyes, but the fact they got that close and it's so I would use the word visceral. It's very visceral in this film. It's a lot of things in this house. The aesthetic of the house is just insane. I mean, it looks so normal from the outside,
but it looks exactly almost like the house of some of my like relatives from when I was like younger.
Yeah,
like for real, like just decrepit and old and just like
it's even a house. But like it's still all in all looks like a normal house, and then you get inside and it's like human bones everywhere and chicken feathers. And why the hell are you still in here? And why'd you fall into it? Stay there for like 20 minutes to think about it and not run the hell out of this house. Who cares about that guy? He's dead. I don't know. He was dead immediately. Kirk, yeah, you're done. So it's the way the house looked was great. I kind of like that van. I like the van. I don't know what it was about that green van that I really enjoyed. Other than the fact, you pick up hitchhikers and there's no section in the middle for him. But I like the barbecue, the gas station. Like it's a rundown gas station. Of course they don't have gas. Why the hell do it? It clearly has no gas.
What the fuck's a gas?
Exactly. What's a TikTok? It just, I mean, yeah, the whole place. I mean, everything was run down. The bodies at the beginning of the way it's set up, the way we already talked about, that whole thing is unnerving. The very beginning scene in this movie is unnerving. This movie is unnerving. It just bothers me still. I mean, I wouldn't be in this situation to begin with, so I would never want to put myself in it.
You're right. We would never be in this situation because the question would come up. They'd be like, "Hey guys, we're going to drive out to the country to this old house of ours. It's all run down and beaten up." I'd be like, "Nah, I got better things."
No, let's not say we did.
I'm gonna stay in town.
When people ask us why we watch horror movies, it's so when crazy shit like this happens, we know what to do.
We know what to do.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and she ran up the stairs. Sally ran up the fucking stairs.
But she was smart enough to run out of not one, but two windows.
2 windows.
Bro, how did she not break her ankle or leg from?
How's she not dead? She's not dead.
I applaud it though. She didn't just like freak out and hide in the bathroom in the corner. She jumped out. Like there wasn't even a question, dude.
Yeah,
she just like to the window.
Jeez.
What about you, Jay Strick? What do you think about the style and structure of the film?
I wish they would have used 69 millimeters, but it's fine.
69 dudes.
It's fine. I guess it was divisive. It worked for the time and era of the film. No, it's dope, man. You said it. A lot of the shots are very artistic and placement in the room. I love the scene at the end where he's just fucking going Rambo with a chainsaw, just running around. And the sunset in the background, dude, it's so dope, man, that shot. I read somewhere that Tobe Hooper got the idea for this movie, that he was like in a grocery store or something, and it was jam-packed. And he was just thinking, oh, man, I would love if I got had a chainsaw right now, I can just mow everyone down. And I was like, that's pretty sadistic way to come up with a movie. Whatever, man.
Well done.
Nah, it's dope, bro.
It's also very loosely based on the story of Ed Gein, who is also the real life serial killer who Psycho was based on. So
nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of but a little bit, but took a lot of liberties. Obviously, it's this. They alluded. They kind of marketed this as a true story, which it's not. But it is loosely based on the idea that this dude wore, the flesh of dead people. Speaking of wearing flesh of dead people, Brooks, what do you think about the style and structure of the film?
Oh, well, did you know that actually Leatherface in this movie was actually the Martian Manhunter the whole time?
Really?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
I've heard
cute.
The more you know.
And by the way,
that's got like great. It's got great atmosphere. Like the sets are what make this movie. Like not just this like the stuff with the bones, but like the room where the dining room, the gas station, like it has that kind of dusty Texas feel to it. You can almost feel like you're there. So I think that's probably the best part of this movie is just like the setting more than anything.
Hell yeah. What about you, Dylan? Style, structure of the film.
Dude, I think the style is one of a kind. It's I don't think you have really ever seen anything like it before or after. When I told you about them trying to kind of catch that in this so-called reboot direct sequel, it's going to be hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I think the beauty of them not having so much money is that's kind of what gave it the feel, almost kind of like how Evil Dead turned out, has that kind of VHS vibe to it, but it made it better in a way. I think the style of the movie is great. From the beginning of this movie, when they start out pan with that cemetery scene and, the intro with the voice and, the one thing I don't care for as much is them basically kind of telling you that you kind of know that these characters about to go through some fucked up shit, I guess, or I forget. Do they kind of make it known that the girl, I think they
tell you straight up in the very beginning, that they get massacred.
Yeah. But
plus the name of the movie, Dylan. We knew what we were getting into.
Right, yeah, true. I think the movie's almost flawless. I at times, over the years, I've let go of how kind of annoying the what's his name, the guy in the wheelchair, Franklin. How annoying he can be. I kind of try and just laugh at the stuff, and when I was watching it, I try and really kind of look at it in Tobe Hooper's perspective and try and figure out why he says this is a comedy, and I want to try to laugh at some of the stuff, which I've seen, a few things, but I still feel it is just so scary. Maybe when you're making it, it seems more funny because all this shit is fake. You know what I mean? But when you back in the day, this was so visceral and crazy, man. Over the top. To us, it feels like more stylized and not as gory as like the remake or a sequel that came after it. But back in the day, bro, when this came out, it was gory as hell to people, and I'm sure there was people freaking rioting in the streets about this movie, for them to take it down. But I think everything's great, man. I think this is probably Tobe Hooper's gem to most people. I think it's phenomenal. I almost went without saying it.
Say it, son.
This movie is phenomenal.
Say it, son.
Dude,
around the time this movie was made, they were going further in some films, like in Italy, like Italian horror, for instance.
Right.
In the Argento cut of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jelani, they actually do cut the eyes. So
that's what I thought. Yeah, and you get the whole thing. Yeah, I get it.
Just it's jelly and a goldfish comes out. It's really weird. A goldfish comes out and then a mime and it just like this one pitch note and then the Virgin Mary and the movie just cuts and it's over. And you're just like, what? And it's like, you have been watching Anyway.
Yeah.
Just kidding. What about the music in this film? Let's talk about it. Tobe Hooper, Wayne Bell. The music is very interesting, okay? Because it's more of a soundtrack, like sound editing and sound mixing than it is actual like a composed score. And I think it works very well. It's the absence of a lot of music and overdone things, like overwrought. You know, a lot of it's easy. It would have been easy to just have a bunch of mack, 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 mack in this kind of movie, right? But they don't do that. It just starts with that and it's chilling, and it really fits the pace and tone. And you know, I love my music. Now, this isn't a horror movie soundtrack that I can sit down and listen to, you know, but it works so well with the film. It's one with it. And so I think it's just an expert film score for a horror film. What about you, Jelani?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. It's very chilling. That whole beginning, I'm sorry, that whole sequence at the beginning still bothers me. It's just all of the sounds you get, and then the report from John Larroquette and all the stuff around that at the beginning. It's just it's bothersome, and the faces along with that music, it goes together very well, I think. I mean, it does what it's trying to do. When she's running in the woods, or when Sally's running in the woods, that music, that's Sally. Kind of like, yeah, Sally. It's so weird, but I mean, there's not really much after that to say about this music. It was good. It fits this movie. It fits this movie rather well. The diner, the table scene with the music at the table, and she's on top of the screaming. Yeah. That works out a lot. So I mean, it's not much for me to say about it. It's there. It did its job. I was bothered by it, especially at the beginning.
What about you, Jay Strick?
Yeah, I think it's all the things y'all said. It's subtle at times, and it's not really. It's sometimes it's like monotones and like just effects. It's the sound mixing, what you were talking about, and it works for the film, man. It's no Italian horror. I'll tell you that much. It's no goblin.
It's no Fabio Frizzi or whatever.
It's no Fabio Frizzi.
What about you, Brooks? What do you think about the music? Did you notice it?
A little bit, but I mean, it's not what I would call a standout soundtrack. You know, it fits the movie. I don't think they were trying for it. You know, I think they were just trying to like kind of just put in some sound that would work well with the suspense and all that. You know, so it's a pretty typical kind of horror movie soundtrack. Like, I don't have strong feelings about it one way or the other.
What about you, Dylan?
You said, like, it's not something that I could just like put in. Oh, I'll just listen to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre soundtrack today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of horror soundtracks, but I've never really had the need to listen to this one. Even though I think the music is really, really well used.
Yeah, it works well in the movie, but I don't think it would work well apart from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I almost wish we could get a different like version of the music to see if it would make the movie funnier, like Tobe Hooper intended.
Get the fuck out of here, George Lucas. Get the fuck out of here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Dylan special edition.
Hey,
we always intended to have a whole range of elephants just strolling in the background in this scene.
It says Wayne Bell was uncredited for the sound effects in a Twister too, which I always liked that movie. But yeah, and it said him and Tobe Hooper. I mean, you know, they didn't have the money for this, and they were just trying to do anything they could. I mean, Tobe Hooper was really known for doing his scores or soundtracks like John Carpenter. So that was just because they had no money, whatever. So Tobe Hooper was overseeing everything. I mean, the dude was probably taking out the trash at the end of the day and doing craft service. Hey,
he made these little sausages for everybody.
Yeah. Take a hit of this J, and then go get you some.
Made it for real people.
We got some little mini sausages for you.
And Swedish meatballs.
But yeah, I've always dug the music, man. I think it's great. But yeah, like it just works so well with the movie. And I don't think that, I feel like the only thing they've ever mimicked after is that, you know, the like flashing light and then the or you know that I'm talking about, like the squeal or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's iconic in its own right. But
I would
like,
agree, young man.
it's not like you were listening to it like the freaking Halloween soundtrack, which I've listened to a
Or
lot.
Phantasm.
Or Suspiria.
Or City of the Living Dead.
Or
Or Zombie. Oh, station! All right, what is this movie trying to say, Jelani? What's the theme of this movie? Is it
Don't
just
go into
about
other people's houses?
I knew you were gonna
Fuck
say.
with their
I
fucking
knew
houses.
you were gonna say that.
Duh. Why not? Don't be stupid. Don't pick up hitchhikers. Don't be stupid. There, I'm done. Yeah, you're stupid. You're all stupid. You all died. In fact, everybody there that died deserved to die. Everybody. Everybody that was there.
Jesus,
I'm
dude.
glad it wasn't a true story because
was based
if it
on
was
a
a true story, I'd be like, damn, that's a shame. People walked up in their house and died. Well, then they deserve to die. I'm sorry, you don't mess with folks' houses. Respect other people's property. The end. I'm good.
nice? I like that. What about you, Jay Strick? What's this movie saying to you?
I think there's a couple of things you probably take away from it. One of the things I was just thinking about, I think we talked about the other day, is the Franklin character. You say what you will about him, but like I think there's like a stigma on he's got a disability of some sort, right? And so in the movie, like
starts with him like getting knocked over down a hill
Yeah.
after a truck goes by.
Yeah, and he peed on himself.
and like nobody wants to like really. It seems like he's just kind of there, like they brought him along for the ride, and they don't really want to like listen to him or anything.
He's the most
Yeah.
likable character, really.
So
He's
I think kind of
really
shines a light on
personality,
that.
I think.
Yeah, it's kind of sad when you think about it in that retrospect.
He and the horoscope girl were the most annoying characters to me in this movie.
Bye, Dylan.
Bye, Dylan.
Bye.
He was like, Franklin, nah, I'm out.
Nah. Fuck this shit.
That
I'm
guy.
out. Womp womp.
Was that it, Jay Strick?
Yeah.
What about you, Brooks? What's this movie trying to say to you?
Well, I think this movie is kind of about the thin line between civilization and not civilization, you know?
Yeah.
It's like these fucking guys, they're just like there. That like they've been operating in, they've been feeding other people for who knows how fucking long. And like in just an instant, these kids like just fall in, like you see behind the curtain, you know? And I think that's like a real fear that a lot of people have, like especially when they go out to like unfamiliar places or, you know, places with people who like, you know, have different customs and, you know, maybe talk a little different, is there's always that fear of the fucking, you know, the crazy kidnappers or the fucking cannibal murderers, you know?
Yeah. And there's Tobe Hooper says that he grew up in the city. I believe it was Austin. And he always has, like I did, like we're in Alabama, not quite Texas, but we're down here in the South. And there are, like everywhere in the country, there's a lot of rural places. And like being from the city, sometimes you think that it's kind of scary, you know, like if you're out there and you're alone and you're lost and like these people live by their own rules, their own laws, their own worlds within worlds, right? So that's a really cool observation, Brooks. I appreciate you sharing that. What about you, Dylan? What's this movie trying to say?
I mean, the big one, as we've all said, is if you're in Texas, don't walk up in someone's house and not be prepared to be shot or smacked on the head with a hammer, especially by a crazy guy in an old dried up face, or a guy wearing an old dried up face or whatever. You know what I mean?
Skin mask.
Yeah, skin mask. But
Mask up, America.
I like you said too. I mean, I guess the kind of, you know, that that the real, you know, people do these trips and everything, and I think about it all the time too. I mean, especially watching movies like this. I mean, when you get out in that real world, man, there are some real fucked up people, man. Like, yeah, there's some good people out there too, but there's some people you don't know what the fuck is going on in their head. I mean, look, Ed Gein was a real dude, fucking doing shit like this, and probably even worse, fucking, you know what I mean? And it's yeah, man, that you gotta be careful, man, and that yeah, you don't mess with Texas. I forgot I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember. I just forgot it. But
cool.
Yeah.
Pro tip: next time you forget something, just don't mention it. Just act like, yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
yeah, but I wanted to say it, so.
Oh, well, say what you want. Pro tip: say what you want.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Anyway,
it down.
no, that's some good observations, Dylan, for sure. I think this movie is about the dysfunction of America and the breaking down of the family, right?
That's it. That's it. There you go.
Is that what else you were wanting to say?
Keep going for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing I was gonna say.
There is a deliberate intent in this movie to play news radio, right? Like it's throughout the movie. It's in the beginning, but it goes throughout the entire movie. And they're using this, first of all, to give you exposition on the series of murders or these bodies that are being dug up, right? Because remember, they're digging up people's bodies too. Like, it's not just like they're killing people. They're digging up corpses. Like, that's crazy. Okay. So, but they're also delivering other news in these bits. And the news is pretty bleak and horrible. And it's from all different sides of things. Right. And then you have, let's say, these friends. And like Strickland pointed out, the way that they kind of ignore Franklin, you know, and like, why are you going to bring your brother who's in a wheelchair to check out this house? And all they're trying to do is just go screw. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's terrible the way they're like, oh, you'll be fine here. Right. And so you kind of feel that's a breakdown. But then the ultimate breakdown of the American family and the ultimate inversion of the American dream would be the family of Leatherface and his brother. And what is that, his uncle Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, that is this, we can live in this world where we have this idea that we all, the most important thing is family. Well, is the most important thing family when all it does is make you bring your brother along and have him just have a terrible day and actually get murdered, right? Is it such a good ideal when you literally have these people that are fucking cannibals and feeding people to people from a side street barbecue? And you know, Jelani, if we were going down the road and we saw a barbecue pit like that, we would be like, let's try that place.
Let's try it out.
Because you know they got some good shit.
There's a hole in the wall.
It's because it's made with fucking people. Yeah. But
I've been eating people and not know, but at the same time, I'm gonna know.
So I think
like, this doesn't taste like anything
I think that Tobe Hooper is very intentionally trying to say something about the breakdown of American society. Think about this is done Vietnam era, right? He's also saying something, it's very so on the nose, not supernatural, this film. And the way that they're mentioning astrology and they're playing it almost as if like in a very airy, new agey type way. And this is something that was prevalent back then, right? Because initially in the PCP Army earlier, by the way, PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group station, you should join up. But
friend of the show, the PCP Army. So I think that they're intentionally trying to set that up too. That the idea that
Venus is in retrograde.
Well, you have this idea that, you know, significance and what you attach to things and whatnot, but it doesn't matter when there's someone who all they care about is the fact, like, you could be the most beautiful fucking cow out there in the pasture and have these dreams and ambitions and feel like when this tree is in bloom, life is swell and great and it's good. But when they come and that slaughterer comes and just guts you, it's over. And we're all just meat in the end. Right? I don't know. But I think it's a post during Vietnam meditation, I think, on the breakup of the American family and the disillusionment and the dysfunction of society. But that's just me. So that's what we think. Anyway, now it's time to rate the film. So out of 5 possible you digs, I want you out there in the chat to let us know. We live in a society. So mad that shit was not in that movie. Anyway, anyway, out of 5 possible you digs, you out there in the chat, what do you give the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And Jelani, what do you give it?
I will give this one. I'll give this one a 4. I mean,
Nice.
it's scary. I'll watch it again. I'll watch it with other people this time, so I won't scream at how dumb these people are. That's all I did. It's like, God, you're stupid. What are you
I would never
doing?
watch this movie with you.
Oh yeah,
Never.
yeah.
Never.
It'd be bad.
Stupid. That's just stupid. You'll be fine. But yeah, it's a 4, solid 4, because I watched it 3 times already. The first time I was like, what the fuck? I'm not really sure I like this. And I saw it the second time, and I think I liked it a lot. And then I watched it again, and I liked it even more. And you're right. So it's grown on me. It does grow on me, and it may be a 5 the next time I see it again.
Oh, nice. What about you,
Yeah.
Jay Strick?
I think I'd have to agree with Jay. It's a solid 4, but my horror movie digs have been skewed, so I'm giving it a 4.5. I think this movie's extremely dope, and like I said earlier, it's iconic. Leatherface, some really interesting family he has. We'll put it that way. You get to see that fleshed out a little more in part 2, which you should join us tomorrow night on Dylan's horror show.
Shameless plug. Well done.
Like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, 4.5 you digs.
Nice. What about you, Brooksy?
Changed. Used to be cool.
Now you're a sellout.
Commercials, product placement.
Man, I can really go for it.
It's friendship.
I can really go for a
Definitely did not do
Butterfinger
the
right
same
now.
Thing.
Metal.
I would never do that.
All right, Brooks, what do you give it?
I give it a 3.5. It's better than average, I think, but it's not really my thing. This is the kind of movie like I wouldn't really be in the mood to watch most of the time. But if like I heard if I met somebody like, oh, I've never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'd be like, oh, let's check this out. But it's something I'd like to like see somebody's first impression of, I guess.
Yeah, right. Okay. 3.5. Okay, that's honorable. What about you, Dylan?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I almost want to give it a 4.5, but
Dylan.
there's some characters that I am not always sold with. I guess, you know, some of them are just maybe it's just the 70s or, you know, but I think
Just because it didn't have Jessica Biel's
I'm not
ass in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
It takes that half a point away from it, my man. I'm telling you.
It does. It really does. I agree.
This movie is shot so well, but it does have flaws. It is not Halloween to me. You know, like it is not the original Halloween. To be honest, I might even saw the remake before this one, to be honest. And that might have something to do with it too. So but I still love this movie, man. I still love it. But I actually kind of like the second even a little bit more, man, because it's more fun and it's more appropriate to just throw on. And I don't care. Go ahead, put your head down, Robbie. But
we'll have plenty to talk about tomorrow night, brother.
It's not a movie.
I
you're
just
gonna throw
love
You're not
movies.
gonna throw this movie on just because.
Love the movies you pick, bro.
Hey,
My God.
the movie
Good
is
times.
awesome. I'm gonna be reviewing that movie twice now. I did a watch along for it like a year ago, so I didn't do it. I'm
just
doing
giving
it
you a hard
again
time,
because
Dylan.
I hate it.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know you are. You love to, but I really do want to give it a 4.5 because it's so iconic. But man, I'm a professional. I'm a professional reviewer now, bro. I gotta keep it real, and I gotta be a little strict with it. Jay strict. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Alrighty. I'm worried about this guy. Okay.
All right. I'm going to go 4.5. And that's the highest I would have ever have given it ever in my life. I like this film more and more every time I see it. It
Told you would, man.
Talking about a week ago, he would have gave it a 2.5.
No, we could go out and giving it a 3.5 or a 4, but I like the film. I think it's incredibly effective. It sets out to create a visceral, emotional experience from the viewer, and you do get that result. It does have funny bits. It is completely unnerving. So I'm going to give it 4.5. So that's 4.5 from me, 4.5 from Jay Strick, a 4 from Jelani and from from Dylan, and a 3.5 from Brooks. Let's take a look at
I gave it a 4. Let's see why I gave it a 4. It evens it out to about
Hold on. Bobby says 4 solid, you digs. Missing Link says 4 out of 5. Mikey says this is 5 human barbecue nuggets out of 5.
Nice.
Stable gives it a 4. Find the Gnar gives it 5 out of 5 chainsaws to the face.
Hell yeah.
Kirby says 4 chainsaws for me. Bobby De La Ghetto says 4 drops of oil on the chainsaw.
Nice.
I like that. I like that.
Why didn't we do chainsaw bits? Why do we?
Mikey, we already did the Argento cut joke. So that's a PCP average of, let's just say, 4.369, dude. Station.
69, dude.
Anyway, so that was our movie review for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was the winner of the PCP Army Movie Poll March Madness Edition. There'll be a new movie poll coming soon. Be sure to join us tomorrow night on Dylan's Horror Show, where we will be talking about the not-so-classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
Watch your mouth.
But I am excited to chat about it. And then next week here at PCP, we'll be on our last week of March Madness. We're going to be talking about Event Horizon, which has a new Scream Factory Blu-ray that's out on Tuesday, and that's super cool. And not related to March. Not related to March Madness, but Dennis Camp will be joining us on the channel Thursday night. He is one of my favorite people in the comic book industry, and I'm super excited to chat with him. Also, here's the time I met Leatherface from Part 3, what is it? Mahaloff, right? Yeah.
Hasselhoff.
Super fun. No, it wasn't Hasselhoff. He's also in Hatchet 2, young man. You probably remember that. Anyway. Thank you out there in the chat for joining us for our TCM1 movie review here for March Madness. We are dipping out for just a moment, taking a quick break. But don't worry, we got PCP back chat coming momentarily.
since we outrank her, we're not allowed to chicken out. You got it? That wasn't like me, huh? After all, our friend's life is on the line, so I can't afford to give in to fear. Wait, what friend is this now? My power. Also, the stage was damaged. That way I can look out for my bestest friend, us. Oh my God! Something about this ridiculous thing. How could you forget? I guess there's no choice.
What is up? We're back here for PCP Back Chat. Yeah.
Yay.
How are y'all doing? So let's get it
dude.
out of the way. We're going to do a review on Wednesday night for this. But who watched the Snyder Cut? Because I did. Did you not watch it, Brooks? You didn't watch Snyder Cut yet? You did?
watched it.
Yeah, I did.
So we've all watched it. Okay. So overall, did you guys like it? I know Jelani didn't.
You don't know that. I thought it was a masterpiece. I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird stretch, bro.
Marvelous.
That is a weird stretch.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest feat of cinema I've seen in my lifetime.
Well, then you don't know cinema.
Young man.
I know machinima.
I'll show you machinima.
I'm sure you will.
I'm worried that the Event Horizon won't come, but I got the DVD, so I can watch it either way.
Why would the Event Horizon not come?
You got the slip. You got the slip for the DVD.
If you got it pre-ordered, it's going to come Tuesday.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it, but on Amazon, not Screen Factory.
Yeah, it was the people that pre-ordered it on Screen Factory, they already got it.
They already got it, but it's weird. They were saying like, I had arriving May 4th. But it usually says shit like that sometimes, and it'll come early. It's still saying March 31st to May 4th, so I hope I get it. Because it's next Friday, right?
Yeah, man.
It's
Next week,
Friday
bro.
after.
Next week is Event Horizon.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a movie. It's a movie we're doing for March Madness. It's the PCP movie night finale for March Madness, but the true finale. All right, it's all just a fucking bit for you guys, but whatever.
Screen Factory just announced two surprise titles, or three. One's a double feature.
Yeah, the Corman stuff.
Nah, I don't think they're Corman.
Yeah, like the Amazon and the.
Yeah, I thought that's a Corman, but the other's not a Corman. I don't think I'm gonna get that other one. The big bust out. That looks like some I don't even know
Right, it's only limited to 1,000 each though, man.
Does it got a slip?
I'm gonna get the Amazons because that will be fun, and because I love all that stuff. Like,
we'll give you a dig.
really bummed that I missed Deathstalker 1 and 2, the double feature.
We'll give you digs for the Snyder Cut on Wednesday, but overall, I enjoyed it. I like the Snyder Cut. I still had some issues with it, but I overall really liked it. I really, really liked it.
I knew you did.
Yeah,
I knew you would.
I also liked it. If you're not a Zack Snyder fan, you're not going to like it. So you probably shouldn't watch it.
I didn't like it. I loved it. I fucking movie.
Dude,
are you okay?
I didn't really have much expectations, and then the views were coming. Not like I was watching non-spoiler, and people were hyping me up, and I still thought it was pretty damn good, man. Yeah. It was like when you watch it though, you're gonna be like, you'll know that he never would have got to release that back in the day. So it's actually good the way it happened, which I actually did a non-spoiler review on Letterboxd. If you go to Instagram, you see I made one. I told you, professional reviewer now. I'm a critic. I'm a critic, dog.
Good job. I'm proud of you, dude.
You don't want to be a critic, bro. Trust me.
I know. Hey. Why not? I would change the game. I want to be a critic so that because I hate real critics. So don't call me a critic. But
Why don't you critique these nuts?
That's why. Robbie, you want to be a critic? I didn't hear what he said.
You said to critique these nuts, man. J Strick just got you live on air.
Wow.
Hey, seriously though, you should check out my YouTube channel. I got 85 subscribers. It's called Chillin' with Dylan.
You got 84 now. After that comment, and not because I'm dead.
You guys.
Yeah, you got the slip for that though.
Brooks, did you like the Snyder Cut?
Maybe.
All right. It has exceeded or fall below my expectations.
Did you put yourself like in the film? Like, did you act out the role of Superman?
No. But I did like the dark side stuff. I like the
the biggest disappointment is that we're not gonna like actually see it realized.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
I think it would have worked better as two movies, kind of like how they did Infinity War and
that's a real
Endgame.
That was the whole point. But this is the first movie. Now, I think that it could be cut down to 3 hours and be a really good time. Take out the chick singing to Aquaman. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
A lot of that chant.
Are we doing a show?
Yeah.
No, I'd say cut a half hour. I don't think a full hour.
I think it was positive. I think the color palette was amazing.
I do too.
I think every aspect of the film is quite possibly like the finest bit of superhero quality. I think it almost is on par with Marvel, and the story that they were trying to tell. It is so amazing.
Are you taking a piss?
Wow. I love it.
I can't tell if you're taking a piss or not.
It's not no end game, but it was really good.
It was masterwork. It's a master class. It may be Zack Snyder's finest work.
It was way better than Batman and Superman.
I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far.
Delaney's totally fucking.
Batman versus Superman, the Ultimate Edition.
Have you seen the Ultimate Edition?
Yeah, I have. It's amazing.
And you don't know cinema.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? I think it's a clever, well put together film. And
you don't like Clone Wars? Then you don't like Star Wars.
It tells like such a broad and grand story as opposed to the other Justice League that we got. Wow, Joss Whedon is really a hack. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Did y'all watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No, I forgot that it even came out. I was like all hyped on Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I was too. I forgot to watch it.
I forgot it all came out, and I didn't see anybody talking about it today on socials. It was all about Justice League. Yeah.
Okay.
Go DC. Go DC.
Dude, did anyone watch Falcon? You said, dude, Falcon Winter Soldier was incredible.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to the Snyder Cut, though.
No,
it'll never be.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude.
Is it good, though? It's good?
It was good, dude. Once you watch the first 10 minutes, Robbie, you're going to text me. Pause it after the first 10 minutes and be like, yeah.
No.
But if you like, shut up, Robbie.
Don't tell me how to watch my TV shows, Dylan.
It's like the Winter Soldier, obviously. It has that vibe. You know, it's the spy thriller espionage type movie.
And it's 2 hours, right?
No. There's only 6 episodes.
It's like 50 minutes.
I think it was 45 minutes.
I kept hearing it was like going to be a 2 hour premiere or something.
Is there post credits, man?
No.
Does Stan Lee show up?
No.
Is it in black and white at first?
There is an Avenger. Oh, that was kind of a spoiler. My bad.
Spoilers. You jackass.
Really good character, dude.
I said there's an Avenger. Bucky and Falcon are Avengers.
Bucky's not an Avenger.
No, he's not.
Why don't you avenge these nuts?
Man, after Endgame, man, he should be.
Technically, he was an Avenger when he was Captain America.
Thank you.
In the comics.
We're talking about MCU, Brooks.
He was an original Avenger.
We're talking about MCU.
Avengers Assemble.
Didn't specify.
Why don't you MCU these nuts?
Wow, you're all about
these nuts, man.
One more bad these nuts joke, and you're done. Strick. Just so you know, you're already eating on
please.
fucking.
Dundee's nuts.
Please, I would love a timeout again.
So,
Be
How you
careful
guys
what
been?
you wish for, young man.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
man.
Yeah, I was
Pretty
gonna
good.
give TCM like a 4 or 5, but it didn't have Jessica Biel's ass in it, so I gave it a 4.
Sounds fair. Sounds
Yeah.
sounds credible.
I was gonna give it a 4.
It has Sally in it though.
I was gonna give it a
Sally.
4, but I couldn't really relate to any of the family. They're kind of creepy to me, so I toned down my score.
Oh, womp womp. Thing still bothers me. It's still 4.
Stop with the chips or whatever the fuck you're eating, dude. Like, pull it away from the microphone or mute your mic, please.
Calm down.
You're the one
We're-
that always.
we're
Oh,
in a
look at the
pandemic.
kitty cat. Look at that.
You're eating chips during this fucking.
What's up, little
unprofessional.
cat? What did you think about the Snyder Cut?
Right, it was right.
What'd you think about the Snyder Cut, kitty?
He usually doesn't make an appearance. He's pretty skittish.
All right.
Now he's just rubbing his face on my
He gives-
laptop.
He gives the Snyder Cut two not opposable thumbs down.
Nice. The weirdest of stretches just to
I love it.
choose
I love it.
by Strick's cat. Hold on.
He's muting his mic so he can't hear his.
Ew, you're eating animal crackers? The most tasteless of all crackers?
Animal crackers are rad.
Man,
Right.
Thank you.
they're good in ice cream. That's about it.
Dude, the iced ones are really good too.
Bruh, the with the frosting? Yes.
Yes, dude.
Oh,
They
the
got
pink
ice
ones?
ones.
Yeah.
And then they got like the little iced ones, and then they got the frosted joints. And frosted
Yeah,
joints.
I like the frosted
Man.
squids.
What's the difference between the iced one and the frosted ones, Dylan?
The ice just have like a little like the top, like a glaze on the top of the cookie, and then the frosted are just like literally like dipped in
Just
it.
wondering what's the difference between icing and frosting?
These nuts.
Frosting's like
All right, Dylan's gone.
sugar coat. You failed.
Hey, I only got one bad joke.
Oh yeah, the Snyder Cut was great. It was perfection.
I really want to see the Argento cut. I hear in the
It
Argento
was.
cut, Wonder Woman does some crazy things.
Yeah, I heard her dick falls off. It's crazy.
Here's one thing I will say about the Snyder cut. Better Wonder Woman than in 84.
100%.
I
Yep.
mean, like,
I will say that. I will say Alistair.
Alistair.
What?
Alistair.
When you watch 84 is just like a comedy, like a rom-com, it's so much better. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously,
It
like
probably works as better as a rom-com. Although I'll never watch that trash again. I'll never watch that again.
The other thing about the Snyder cut is it sets up the Aquaman movie better.
yeah.
A little bit.
And they should have kept that long ass hair on Willem Dafoe as Volko because that
Dude,
was
he
dope
looked
as shit.
awesome.
Dude, that was
Yeah,
good.
he looked good. Steppenwolf is the best improvement. I will say that.
Steppenwolf was dope as fuck.
That was the best. That moving
Oh,
armor.
way better.
Oh my god!
The dark
When he
Just
does-
making him like a
Oh,
toady
my-
for Darkseid really helped, like make his character
worked
less
better.
underwhelming, I guess.
Yeah.
And the way it ends, like we're not going to spoil it, but the way it ends as compared to the last one. Remember in the theatrical cut, he just gets boom tubed away, right?
Yeah.
But the way that that battle ends in this one was great.
Oh my god, jaw dropping.
My man.
Superman was nonstop. Like he was ruthless too.
One thing I don't like though is that I was really hoping that it was a Joss Whedon idea of the whole using the mother box and the embryonic fluid and the cloning
Yeah,
chamber and
that's
the
stupid.
that's
was
still
Zack
stupid.
Snyder.
That's still stupid. Like
That
all
was
of a sudden
so
they're
Zack
like,
Snyder.
we can bring Superman back with this. And I'm like, what? I would just come
And a
on.
hologram of Superman just appears.
Yeah. Well, this is Cyborg.
Your
Cyborg
mother
was
got
so
the mother
bad.
boxes were their MacGuffins, and
Oh, and
they're just-
Cyborg. Cyborg was awesome in this
Cyborg
movie.
was a lot better in this
I'm
movie.
still not down.
And I
with the
loved
though.
Flash. I loved
I'm
Flash.
still
in this
not
I think
down
that's
with
the
it.
biggest thing is
I'm
everyone
surprised they kept
matters
the
in this
Snack Hole
movie.
joke in there.
I
Everyone.
think
Right,
everyone
right,
matters
awesome.
in this movie. I think the
And
way they
so-
worked as a cohesive unit, it was amazing. I loved
Yeah.
it so much more than the first
I was
release
dumb though.
when they were
So-
kind of muddled and arguing with each other. But this one, they were a united front, and you could tell by the second part that they were together. I liked it a lot.
bummed. I felt like we should have got a little more Batman though. I feel
There's
like
very
I think
little
they
Batman
cut-
in the film.
I
Yeah.
thought we would have got more Batman.
I think we should have had
They did
more.
cut that Gotham
More
when-
it should have been a lot
When
better.
he's luring that
Yeah.
parademon out, they cut that, so that was Whedon, which I thought that scene was actually kind of cool. But it was dumb when he's saying like Alfred right next to the damn criminal. But
Alfred had
liked
a
it
bigger
when-
role.
I liked it when Batman was fat in one scene and then skinny and muscular in another scene.
That was
And then
weird.
he kept being fatter and fatter as his head got bigger.
because
That
he
was
was so
great.
big. I know.
That
I
was
always, that
so
always like
awesome.
when he shaves, I was like, dude, I was like,
Yeah.
his face looks so fat.
I loved the ending. With
I'll
the
tell you what,
dream
though,
sequence.
towards the end, that was Affleck recently shooting it, and dude looks good.
Sure.
Dude looks
He
good.
does.
Yeah.
Dude looks
I
good.
liked
Especially
I like
that,
when he
the
flexes
very
and
end.
flexes. Yeah, that looked great.
uh,
I liked him there. I can't wait to
glad
see
that you
him.
finally come around, Delaney.
I'm so glad, like, I finally get to see what Zack Snyder's vision was. And I just think, wow.
Good for you.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
I'm glad that you're
Hey,
finally.
man.
I'm finally,
Finally,
you know,
breaking
what,
out.
guys,
Positivity
Yeah.
overcomes all.
Safe
I
space
like your
down
attitude
here.
right now, young man.
I
I was
like
so
it.
glad
Hey,
we got rid of that.
For your
My
digs for you right now.
toes hurt. Remember
Yeah.
that when they pulled the mother boxes apart on the Whedon? My toes hurt, man. I don't even know how that makes sense, but my toes hurt. That was so dumb. I was like, please don't let that happen again.
I'm glad Steppenwolf doesn't call them mother now, and they took that whole bullshit out too about like we gotta bring back the mother and this and that.
Yeah.
I'm like, so stupid.
Mother is calling.
Dude.
For
That
Dark
opening
Side.
fucking battle scene with the Amazons, like that was so fucking like I was just like,
Dude.
already
Yeah.
this
One thing
movie's
is,
better.
is that Granny Goodness is in this movie. She doesn't do shit.
That's
She
It's
doesn't
all
even have a
supposed to be
line.
set up.
in there.
It's all set up for a movie that's never coming.
Nah, dude.
Yeah,
We
that's
want a
unfortunate.
line at least.
We
It's
might get-
unfortunate Zack Snyder won't be able to put his vision further on the screen and give us
Dude,
all just
after
another
this,
dope of
man,
this.
Dude,
Bruh.
we gotta get it, bro.
Bruh.
We gotta get it. I
Bruh.
bet you the fans can make it happen. It's whether if he wants to do it or not. Dude, imagine getting the fucking dark side coming to Earth. Like, come on, bro.
The way it
Bruh.
ends, man.
Dude, that's a big
Bruh.
reason
Bruh.
that kept this movie up, bro. Tell me I'm not lying. I mean, dude, just seeing
Bruh.
him. And I think we see him more than we thought we would too. And I was
Yeah.
just every time he just feels the screen. Every
Yeah.
time you see him.
I cried my eyes when I saw it. I cried my eyes.
It was so incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So what else we gonna talk about?
Why are we not talking more about the Snyder Cut? We need to talk more about this film. It was 4 hours of greatness. We need to talk about this for 4
Yeah, talk
hours.
about that hot dog scene. How great was
Yeah,
that?
hot dogs.
It had a
I
Return
like
of the
when he
King
put it in
ending.
his pocket.
They were like, okay, so the movie's over, and you look and
Let's
it's like
do 8
epilogue, and you
epilogues.
go, there's still 30 fucking minutes left. This is Return of the King. But I loved it. I loved it all, and including that dream. I dude, because I've read where it was supposed to go, and there's some questionable things, like the idea that Lois is supposed to get pregnant. Maybe it's Bruce's kid, and if you notice, they were already setting up an idea of the pregnancy test, and then we're getting, we're getting into it.
Then we'll
I
get
was wondering what
Jonathan.
the hell that
Can you?
was.
I wonder how Zack Snyder will portray
Jonathan
Bruce.
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
Alistair, I renounce my wish. Sally, I'll go with you.
I'll go
what,
with you, Sally.
Boy, it sure is
Batman
hot.
stuff.
You don't think he can find us, do you?
Superman died. Is that what it's supposed to be? Batman slept with Lois after Superman died?
I don't know, man.
Well, you said you read into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I skimmed it.
Dude, how did you find that? I want to read it.
I love the hot dog scene in this movie, by the way.
Of course you did. It
I
was
fucking love the
amazing.
hot dog scene.
Yeah,
I want a hot dog right now. I don't even have a hot dog.
I'll send you one.
Thanks, bruh.
You got to keep meat in your jacket so you can give it to dogs. Did you know that?
He's
Can
trying
I
to get that job,
now?
bro. He's got to pay for a lot of pizza, man.
And pay for
And apparently all those fucking computers. This guy has like 3 shitty ass jobs, but he got this fucking amazing lab.
He's in like an abandoned warehouse where he has like a gajillion fucking computers.
And a suit made of
he has like a suit made of like space metal and stuff.
Are you serious, dude? Where did
hey,
you
man, we believe it in the comic. Why not here? So, fuck it.
I enjoyed the film.
You know what I enjoyed? Batman's superpower that he's rich. I like that. I like when he said, what's your superpower? And then he said,
I think that's what they call a joke.
Yeah.
This movie had nice jokes in it, but it wasn't too jokey like the Whedon cut.
It was not
or like a Marvel
movie. In fact,
movie.
this was less jokey. This was much less jokey. They took out all the brunch lines and the running at the end of the movie. I miss that. I miss Superman and Flash running at the end. I miss that race.
Also,
they should have had brunch.
There, bro. You can still watch the theatrical cut.
At the end, I really want to see Jared Leto get to do the Joker again because I loved that.
Like way better.
Did you like Kool-Aid Mouth? I loved Kool-Aid Mouth.
I did. Yeah, Did you like it when Heath Ledger had Kool-Aid Mouth?
He had better Kool-Aid Mouth, in my opinion. I think his Kool-Aid Mouth was more pronounced instead of it being all over the place. But Zack Snyder's a visionary. He really wanted Jared Leto to shine in this film.
I agree.
So he decided to make him the best Joker that he's ever been.
When one of those superhero movie bombs.
He technically has the most Joker appearances in the movie.
And he likes, and there's no damage on his head because now we know he's damaged. We know he's damaged now because he got laser tattoo removal during the apocalypse in a dream.
And
I think his skin.
Maybe just like
easy explanation. The bleached skin eventually wears away the tattoos. Easy explanation.
Sure, I understand.
Give me my no prize.
I think your understanding is subjective.
I like it. I like the Snyder cut. If I could give it like 20 you digs, I'd give it 40 you digs.
You know what, guy? You can.
You're worth it, Jelani.
Thanks.
You have my permission.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. You're the best friends I've ever had. Thank
you.
Guys.
I'm
proud. Best friends.
I'm probably not going to watch it again because
always be together, best friends forever.
You guys.
It puts the cheddar in the baby worst.
I'm probably not going to watch it again because it's
scary. The cheddar and the baby in the basket.
All right.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Hey, Dylan.
What's up, Dylan?
Abel's accusing us of all weird stretching. I don't understand.
Sorry, man. I don't know where that came from. I was just so enamored by the Snyder cut. I just had to tell people. That's great.
What's the movie trying to say to you?
Man, it's telling me that one man who had a chance to make a film got a second chance to make a better film and to show everyone all the deleted scenes from a film. Yeah,
that was his vision all along.
He was like, I wanted to do this, and then it got leaked, and then he was like, no, and then he had personal issues, and things had to go away for a while. But then
he did have personal, family stuff going on, bro.
I know that. Right. I'm saying it out loud.
Don't make light of that.
How are you?
I almost teared up when I saw the.
Are you okay?
Dedication?
Autumn at the end, man.
The dedication at the end, yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's so sad, bro.
It is, but I'm not making light of that. I'm making light of one man's dream to finally make the film he finally got to put his vision on HBO Max for all of us to see. And we finally get the trilogy of films that Zack Snyder wanted to make and give to the world. I'm so proud of him. I'm very proud.
Okay, can we get a new question?
Yeah, someone out in the chat asked us a question.
I don't know if I can be on
Bobby
here.
De
for much
Legato
longer.
says, Jelani, what about a Zack Snyder cut of In the Mouth of Madness? Man, I'm still messed up on that movie, yo.
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch 4 hours of In the Mouth of Madness, especially directed by Zack Snyder.
Jelani is using more energy to hate this movie than most
I
people use to
know.
love
Well,
their
I thought
dog.
I thought he was being sincere.
I think
No.
I'm sincere. I think you guys are like being mean to me.
I think
You're
you're
always-
a changed man.
I think I've learned my lesson. All the hatred and all the anger, I'm just going to release it. I need to be more positive.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Being a lot better.
Good.
I'm trying to take these steps with you guys. You guys are my friends. And I want to make sure that you guys know that I want to be a positive force for Zack Snyder. I'm about this.
Are you excited for Army of the Dead now?
Yes, I can't wait for Army of the Dead.
Me too.
It'll be Zack Snyder's awesomeness
I think
all
his
over the
movies
place.
are better streamed, especially because he seems to make long movies.
He
Because
does
of all the
make
slow
movies.
motion.
All the Christian music.
And all the
chanting.
references.
Ah!
Yeah, I think that scene should have been longer.
I
Yeah, I
love
was like,
you.
why is he doing this?
When she smelled that sweater and sang louder, that was amazing.
That shit,
He
I don't
jumped-
understand that, but whatever.
He jumped in the water and she just smelled it and she was just like,
They're like a
yeah.
god to him. That's what I took away
Yeah.
from it, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
smells like fish and bad
Would you
choices.
smell Zeus's sweater?
Mm.
I would.
No, I don't think I would.
I bet you would
I didn't-
smell.
I didn't
bet you would
hail it.
smell Aquaman's
I
drawers
didn't
if
hail it.
if he was for real.
Yo, this whole second part of the stream is a weird stretch.
Zeus did
dude.
not wear
Yeah, it
a
is.
sweater in this movie. He wore a leather strap.
So,
Oh my god.
what what you want to talk about, Dylan?
Shit, I don't know. I would talk about the Falcon, but you guys haven't watched it.
I have.
I
We can
have.
talk about it.
I
We
think
can talk
Robbie
about it.
doing. Well, Robbie and Dylan.
I haven't
I
watched
haven't
it.
watched it. I haven't watched it yet, man.
Yeah, somebody didn't put it somewhere.
So let's talk about it anyway.
You can talk about it. Go ahead.
Nah.
Oh,
No.
Talk
hurt
about
me.
it. Did y'all like it?
No.
Did you like
I
it? Was it
liked
good?
I thought
Did
it
it
was
have
a
US
good, solid
agent?
first episode.
Was U.S. Agent in it? Was he
Possibly.
cool? Was he cool?
Well,
Was
I
he a
don't
big
know
Oh,
why
jerk?
yeah,
talk
man.
spoilers.
This is like it's the first episode.
Was
There's a lot of
Mephisto in
setup.
it? I knew
Like, we don't know.
Mephisto
We don't
was
know
in
a whole lot yet.
it. Mephisto's in it? Did he show up? Did he like?
Yeah.
He was like, finally.
Jelani
I never read the
Jelani
guy
has,
who showed up in the
Jelani has
middle of- they
broken
were
me.
fighting, and then like
they finally brought the X-Men in.
yeah.
Cool. Who
Professor
knew?
Xavier was like,
Oh,
Sam
and-
Wilson, we need you.
And they brought Professor Reed Richards in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Four.
Yo,
I really
Reed
like
Richards
that
in
shit.
that motherfucking man.
Reed
Yeah.
Richards is
Yeah,
like, fuck you, we
crazy,
need
man.
you.
That's wild. That's wild stuff.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. So there's no Zemo? Is there Zemo?
Nah,
Not in the first episode.
they recast him.
Batrock's in there though.
Okay. Cool. Fight scenes? Cool fight scenes?
They recast
it's
him
pretty
and it's
cool.
a zombie Crossbones. He comes from the grave.
Cool.
He's
I
fucking
want it.
shit up.
It's like in
Yeah.
Jason Lives, right? Jason
Man
Lives.
thing shows up.
Yes, sir.
It's fucking
Exactly
crazy,
like
dude.
that.
He teleports and
Nice.
everything. Does he teleport
Plus
like
he's going crazy.
the
and
Thunderbolts in
digging
there?
him up and sticks the a fucking metal pipe in his skull and it zaps him to life.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Jason Voorhees shows up.
It's all
Yeah.
Hydra. It's all
Jason
Hydra.
They're
versus
just throwing everything
Crossbones.
at it.
The Necronomicon opens.
Yeah.
Nice. Klaatu, Barata.
Winter Soldier versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah. I
I'm
like
down
it.
for that.
I'd watch that. In
Nice.
fact, let me see if a certain person has added it. Did we ask?
What? Man, live your life.
Tell me I live my life.
Just live your life instead of chasing the
Hey.
paper. So, Brooks, Dylan, y'all been reading comics? Y'all reading good comics this week?
I read Noctera.
What'd you think?
Thought it was pretty good. I actually wasn't. I thought I was just gonna stick with issue 1 and maybe get it in trade, but I ended up adding it to the pool. I didn't get Ultra Mega. I had to order it, so I'll get that maybe next week. I read Nightwing. I thought that was fine. I think I messaged you. Finally get a good Nightwing. I thought that was
Nightwing was good. Yeah, it was dope.
good. I'm pumped about it, man, because I'm a Batman guy. DC wise, I'm a big Batman guy. So the whole Batman family. I'm debating if I want to get the Robin series with Joshua Williamson on it. I do, but we'll see. I gotta read one of those backstories with Robin. So I thought maybe I did in that Batman issue.
Yeah, and Batman, and the next one's in Detective, which should be out I think next week.
And I read this. I thought this was pretty good. I feel like a lot of people were really hyping it up because of that it's a Jim Gordon story, which I have no problem with.
Yeah, I was one of those people, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad, but maybe from all the hype, it wasn't just what I expected. I thought it was good. We'll see where it goes, though. I mean,
even though it's no longer Dylan's Comics, it's Dylan's Horror Show, the monthly comic book review with me, Dylan, Bob, and Bueller will be on Dylan's channel on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Isn't that right, Dylan?
Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. 5 p.m. Mountain.
Yep.
3 a.m. Tokyo
It'll be
time.
fun. I gotta read a few more books. So I didn't even read the High Republic. I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't know about that shit, man. I'll tell you. Like,
What's wrong with
that
it?
shit is kind of.
It's not very good.
Well, people
I
just
didn't
talking about all them
I
first
wouldn't think it would be.
appearances. And honestly, man, come on. I want somebody to come up in here and tell me that they're really reading that shit because the story's awesome and not because all the hype about the first appearances. Now let's keep it real, y'all. Come on.
I don't read it, bro.
And you haven't even read it?
I read the first issue. I think I may have read the second, but that was it. That was enough for
Yeah.
me. Typical Star Wars
I've been
book.
reading it.
I read issue 2. I didn't read issue
Brooks
3.
is the guy that will read it because he actually likes the story.
Oh, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and that's why I picked it up.
I'm not too invested in the story just yet, but I'm willing to give it time.
He just gets all the Star Wars books, and he doesn't he's just like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I get them all. I get them all
much.
too, except Dr. Afra, because I don't really
Dr.
know
Afra's
anything
been
about
pretty
her.
good.
I get see, I know nothing about her, and I know that the recent series was supposed to be like a follow-up to the other volume, so I was like, but I get Bounty Hunters, I get Darth Vader, Star Wars, and I love all those.
You got to read the Gillen Darth Vader, and that's where
That's the best one.
Yeah, that shit's really good.
I think
that's
I
where
read
you get off.
one, but
Darth Vader has been the
I
most
read it all.
consistently good Star Wars book, I think.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I don't know. There's a lot of crying over Padme nowadays. So
I'm pumped though, bro, because they just announced like a bounty hunter book about Boba Fett, and it's supposed to take place between Empire after he captures Han Solo.
Ooh.
But I love Boba Fett, so that's why I'm pumped for it.
I've always wanted to see the Snyder cut of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Well, you're getting it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I can't
I didn't
wait.
know that Ultra
You mean like the
Mega
Roy
was
Snyder cut?
$7.99 though. Every book is too.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They're
I'm
square
excited
bound.
for it because I love all that kaiju stuff. I thought Stray Dogs was phenomenal.
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 Did you get that horror cover?
Yeah, dude, I got so lucky, man. Because I didn't order it. I kept forgetting to order it, and I said, "Can you hold me?" And he's like, "I don't got any extra copies coming." And I was like, "Well, if some chance you get one, just pull it." And he's like, "Did you want this?" He didn't even remember I asked him, and he's like, I remember somebody asked me, but I couldn't remember who." And he pulls it out, and it was the horror cover. I was like, "Dude, Thank you so much. I was like, I'd have been fine just to get it, but you had the cover I wanted to.
Dude, I got the slip.
Nice. Did you see issue 4 is going to be Demons? Issue 2 is Pet Cemetery, but issue 4.
Now, is that the actual B cover or is it an exclusive? Because they done all these exclusives. They like did a Blair Witch.
Are you watching the show right now?
No, I just found it.
There's an exclusive Carrie cover for issue 2 coming, but I'm just getting the Pet Cemetery one. But the issue 4 B cover is going to be the Demons homage, which is awesome, dude. Instead of like the demons, it's like a poodle and everything.
Hell yeah, man! You got to represent for that Italian horror.
Hell yeah! Dude. That surprised me to see that too.
It's on my list to watch.
1 and 2, brother.
Watch Demons 1 and 2, brother. Don't sleep on 2.
I got Creepshow on deck.
Hell yeah! You got the
it's worth it.
Shout Factory. You got the Scream Factory one.
Nah, I'm just watching it, bro. I can't be stretching like you and Robbie buying every Blu-ray in existence.
I don't.
From the Scream Factory. with extra covers.
I'm gonna watch it and see if I like it first.
Oh, you'll love it.
That's why I said once you.
Don't worry. When I get the Arrow one, I'll give you my shitty version.
Hey, and then I'll upgrade, and then I'll pass it off to Brooks.
Yeah. And Brooks will be like, cool.
Everything always trickles down to me in the end. I'm the guy who has like all the stuff that everybody else is thrown away.
Yep, you're like the younger brother. Don't feel bad, dude. I don't get nothing.
It's because you spoiled. You got all those toys. You don't even share them. You hoard them like the dragon from The Hobbit.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't mad.
Guy spends his life surrounded by fucking treasure, and then like he comes on, and like all you see is a fucking wall.
Don't feel bad. You've seen it, Brooks, right?
Yeah, I mean I've seen it.
So you're good.
That wall's the Snyder cut.
I've seen it.
Seen you beat a man to death with his own jaw.
No jaw.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
I love it, man. Yep, good times. One of these days I will turn my camera, but not today.
What the fuck's the camera?
Yeah, I don't know. What is this?
Device by which?
What's a Snapchat?
Are you on Snapchat?
God no. I'm not a tweet.
Out of everything, Brooks is on
You're
Snapchat.
not on
Brooks is not on Snapchat.
You are not on Snapchat.
Yeah.
So all the cool kids are doing. They're Snapchatting now.
That's right.
It's got filters, bro.
I'm worried about you.
I can make myself into an anime guy.
With your eyes.
Yeah.
You have the stars in your eyes too. Oh,
here's the craziest thing. If any of us got on Snapchat, we'd probably get the most ridiculous shit from Brooks, but none of us would be like, no. I don't even like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like.
I'm not on Twitter to begin with. Yeah, I'll
I never go on Twitter really. Funny though.
I like my job.
That Help Factory update though.
Like all those things you say, like I know they exist, but I don't really know what they are.
Yeah, they be on Twitter.
Like I hear about them all the time, but like I have no real knowledge of them.
What are you talking about?
The tweeters,
lives us a
Facebooks.
Don't worry about the tweeters.
You have a Facebook page, by the way.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's still there.
Yeah, Brooks the Magnificent. People still follow it. Nothing gets posted to it.
I have no clue what. Wait, I gotta follow that then.
The idea was that Brooks would like just text me a random quote or thought, and I would then post that on Facebook for him, but he never did.
Sounds fair.
That's why I don't have a Facebook page of my own. Like I would never do anything with it.
Yeah, but you're a public figure, man. People like you.
People like you. Yeah.
I want to be like the mysterious guy.
Well, you're already
be
streaming in the shadows.
Say hello to the night. Lost in the shadows.
My God.
It's just random fucking things like Robbie posted for you. Catch me on Pop Culture Philosophers reviewing Bill and Ted.
So I'm promoting myself. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, let me post as Brooks. And then people think Brooks is active. I'm like, nah, Brooks is just at home right now.
Reading books.
Reading books. Smoking cigars. Driving cars. Killing jaguars.
You kill jaguars? You bastard. Those things are great.
Yeah, why would you do that, Brooks?
Yeah.
This
That's
is a
mean.
tasty meat. Duh.
Tasty jaguar meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jaguar blood. It'll get you pumped, bro. We're doing lifts.
Doing them, hitting them
Take
deadlifts.
me a shot of jaguar blood. I'll just be like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh."
Wow. I don't know where that came from.
Did I play some Atari Jaguar?
Oh, bro, don't even get
Wow.
us started.
Wow. I never played that. I never even saw one up close.
Most of
I
them don't
want one.
work.
I want one, but they're
Yeah.
like he said, they're hard to find at work. But
Wow, that's a shame.
I want every game system from the 80s and 90s. Every one.
Cool.
True.
On every game system, so I can set them somewhere and never play.
Never played them.
Never played them.
Facts. That's 100%
Just be
facts,
there.
Brooks.
I just want them here forever.
You just I get in phases sometimes. Just lately it's been watching horror movies. I got a lot of Fulci films to watch for next week. I'm excited.
lately. I
Yeah,
thought you
just-
were doing that.
Just lately I've been watching horror films. I'm kind of new to it. I'm not old school like J Strick. I'm not an old school horror fan like J Strick is. I'm a little new to it.
Calm
That
down.
sounds fair. That sounds fair, man.
None of us can touch Dylan, you know? He's like the pinnacle.
Yeah, it's true.
Me and Dylan are the yin and the yang of lifelong horror fans, I would think. So he's more forgiving than I am of some films. But he's
Definitely.
teaching me to be more forgiving, and I'm teaching him to be more critical. We're learning from each other, Dylan. It's beautiful. I love this.
Oh,
Me too, man.
I love
I'm glad
watching this
Jay
chemistry.
Strick even told me you changed.
You changed, bro.
I have changed, man.
Yes, man.
It's not
You
just
used to
the
be
show,
so
it's not
pretentious.
just the show.
Yeah, you used to be a real snob. Wait, what?
I know.
Yeah, your friends are. Hey, man, I'm making your friends like you better now, bro. I'm really changing your
I
life.
appreciate that, Dylan. You're a nice wingman. Thank you.
Yeah,
Now you're reviewing Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah,
No, we already did that, but we need to do part 3, bruh. But we just we don't have access
know.
to it. That Scream Factory edition of 2 and 3, the double feature is way too expensive.
You don't
It's
have
like
the
hundreds of
arrow?
dollars. There's no arrow,
You don't have the Grindhouse 4K?
bruh.
Y'all don't know how to R? Good grief.
Bro, we're
That's
physical
crazy.
media, man.
We're physical media, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So be it.
You do.
Nice
How
rebuttal.
dare you not break? How dare you not break the law?
Do you buy digital action figures?
Please
Jillian,
break the
or do
law.
you buy
Say what?
physical action figures?
I am the law.
I
Yeah.
don't want digital action figures.
Why not?
But
You can
that's
just look at
different.
pictures of them. You can just
Right.
download pictures of them and
That
just
sounds
there you go.
awful. That sounds
I think I
awful.
want to sell all my toys and just download pictures of them and put them in different
Dude.
files.
That would be awesome.
What the hell? God is so.
Do you know
dude,
how
that'd be
many-
so weird,
If I
dude.
sold all my toys, I could get Dolls, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I could get all those out of print Scream Factories that I want, like From Beyond.
You
So
could.
I'd even buy Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3 double.
Oh, there's
features.
a
Wow.
From Beyond
That
Secret
baller.
Factory.
Check eBay, you could probably get From Beyond for $40.
It's
I know
around
it
40
is.
to 50 now. I looked the other day.
That's the thing is, it'll keep going higher and
But do you
higher.
got the
while
slip?
you wait.
I don't care about the slip.
Well, I
I
don't-
ain't,
Because
I ain't, I ain't
Dylan's gonna
Dylan.
pay me for my slip if I get the Urban Legend slip.
I don't
Yeah,
know what any of
I
that
will.
you just said meant.
I was trying to think, did I get the slip? And they sent my actual cover came folded. It was the corner was folded in. I was so pissed, bro. I actually probably gonna order one from Amazon and just send it back.
Oh, you asshole. I'm just really pumped because I actually have a copy of Art of War starring Wesley Snipes coming on Blu-ray that I got for a steal.
Hamilton?
for real.
Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah.
I
did.
kind of like it, but it's not good. But I kind of
Yeah,
like
But it's Wesley
like,
Snipes.
It's
I
Wesley
understand.
Snipes post Blade. It's got a really nice style to it, but it's got a really convoluted fucking story that doesn't make a lot of sense. And they try too hard to make it be like, oh, wow, you know. But I don't know. I kind of like it.
I haven't seen it in years. But
I mean, it was at the theater, and I remember seeing it,
It was at the theater. You're right.
and I watched it.
What's
That's
the
all I
theater?
remember.
should
That's all I
open
remember
up
of
the
that movie.
trailer.
I knew
What
Wesley
is
Snipes
it?
starting the movie. Yeah.
What is a theater?
What is TikTok?
I want to
What
open
is-
a movie theater.
What is Zack Snyder?
What is Dario Argento?
He's a cut.
What is Spawn? What is Wesley Snipes? What is
Bill?
Kevin
is-
Lang was
Speaking of
Spawn.
Spawn, I still don't like that torso, man. I'm not a fan of that torso.
I like the torso.
What is torso?
I like
the torso for Spawn.
the torso on the Spawn Kickstarter figure. I like the
Yeah.
Did
torso.
you see they
Gives him-
did a
What is
new Mortal
Kickstarter?
Kombat
It's not
Spawn?
movable. It looks just like it's a statue. He's static.
Of course, it's a fucking statue.
It's
Static,
not
man.
a statue, man. It's an action figure.
No
he's
shit.
You ever
just
take
making
it out of
an
the
action
box?
figure.
Bruh.
No, I looked at it. You know what I
Did you
do?
see
I
the
never
new
take it out of the
Mortal
box.
Kombat Spawn, Jelani?
I
Mine's
just
out
leave
of
it
the
in
box.
What's the problem with the waist?
I don't.
I mean, if you're trying to pose it like
You
that'd be one
can't
thing.
pose. You can't
Can't
pose
po-
something.
it comes in its pose basically. You can.
It
It's got.
comes in
It's
that
got
pose.
articulation, but
It's not good articulation.
it's not. Well, but it looks solid.
It looks
I
great.
love it. I love it.
No. It looks great. It looks fantastic. Do not get me
It sounds
wrong.
like you're talking a lot of shit about it, man. to
No,
be
I
honest.
said the torso. I said
The
the
new
torso.
Commando Spawn?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, I want
Oh, is that the new?
Mortal Kombat Spawn?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
the-
gonna get
Oh,
that.
nice. That's cool.
I'm gonna get that.
He's got his COVID mask.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
He looks a lot. He looks.
He
I
looks
mean, the
better.
suit looks different.
And the Mortal Kombat figures look amazing. They
Yeah.
are amazing. That Spawn
And it's
figure.
cool that he's
it's
coming
so
with
Yeah,
dope.
I got that Spawn figure. It's dope. It's no Kickstarter, but
Yeah.
True, but it looks good.
Well,
It looks
I can't get it.
true.
I can't get it.
Yes, you can get it. You can get it from me.
For
Shut
what
up.
you
I'm
say?
not selling it. I'm not selling it.
I'm about to say.
I'm not selling it.
well, they're going
It's
pretty
not-
pricey right now, aren't
It's
they?
never. It's not. Yeah.
I
It's
bet.
like
Yeah, because
$300,
two brothers
$200.
said they had like 3 to sell, and then I was like, "Yeah, but you selling to make a profit or for what you paid?" Because they were like, "Oh, we bought these and they're all the same, so who wants them?" And then they read my message and just ignored it because they're like, "Fuck you, we're making fucking bank probably off these." Which
I
whatever.
mean, everybody that bought like the 3-pack with the prototype and the modern Spawn and the classic Spawn. I mean, those are going for like crazy amounts of money on
I don't
eBay
know
right
what they bought. They had like
Sick.
3 buy. They had like 3
Sick
separate
levels.
figures, man.
So it
I
I
really
bought
wanted
one
to
of
get the
each,
modern
dude.
one, but there's no reason to get 2 of them
no,
unless
I
you
like
want
the
to resell.
classic.
And I'm
Yeah,
not a
I like
scalper,
the
really. I
classic.
mean, I bought it because I'm a Spawn fan.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it only took a year.
I mean, you're into
Yeah.
it, man. And
You're in.
my life has changed so dramatically in the last year. So ups and downs.
And I
And right
remember you
now,
pairing a Spawn
Dude,
comic book.
I've been
every
a
Wednesday.
Spawn fan since the freaking Michael J movie.
Michael Jai White.
Look at Jai White.
Yeah.
The thing
I
is,
remember-
man, I took like 20 plus years of negativity and released it. That's what you
Aw.
do.
Yeah,
That's what
hey,
I did.
PC
That's what you
Army.
did.
I did.
That's what I did. That's what I did for
Yeah.
Robbie.
That's what you did for
my
me?
friendship did. Yeah, I took 20 years of your negativity and I helped you release it.
He did. It's Dylan.
That sounded sexual to me for some reason.
It didn't when I said it, but now that you said that, you just made it weird.
Hey, remember,
Strickland
bro,
trying to do the
How
bit,
the
but we
monkey
can
could
see
get
his
from
ceiling
falling off.
fan
Your eyes are
reflection.
blinking. Your eyes are blinking.
We can see the ceiling fan
can
reflection in the
tell.
Lost Boys poster. He's
failed.
trying to do the bit. That's funny.
Thou shall not kill.
Thou shalt not fail at the bit.
Yeah, you did fail.
Look at him. Look, he's I didn't say he's so fucking fun. It's just Brooks doesn't care. He's like, what the hell's going on? All right.
Oh well.
So what are we?
It's like everybody frozen. It's
Cup.
like is something wrong on my end or something?
I didn't breathe.
This sure does mean friendship.
Does your mean seatbelts?
Does your means backdoor lovers?
Backdoor lover.
That was great.
Now we've done some good movies this year, man. You know?
Yeah. Why not? I still
All
think
right.
Josie was a weird stretch.
Everybody get ready. Because we're nearing time for show and tell. But first, I have a question of the week I want to ask you. I want to know.
I want to know what love is.
I want you to show me.
I want you to show me.
And I want to feel it. Sorry.
Gonna take a little time.
Dylan, you're up.
Up for what?
God. Way to ruin the
Well,
bit, dude.
Great.
We had a good thing going.
We had a great thing going. And now it's just went into the shitter. Thanks, Dylan. We appreciate you.
In my
Thanks for
life,
what?
there's been heartache and pain. I don't know
I
if I can face
totally
it
don't
again.
know what you guys are talking about.
I don't either, dog. Don't feel bad.
All right. Here's what I want to know. What is your favorite mixed drink, Jelani?
Gin and tonic. It's a nice, flavorful drink. It's only 2 things, solid, and you throw a lime in it.
3 things. Yeah, lime.
It's a lime.
4 things. Ice.
4 things.
Ice.
5 things. A
I
cup.
could,
Yeah,
I could drink it warm.
6 things.
Straw.
Potassium. Yeah.
My favorite. I mean, like, yeah, it's my favorite.
7
Like,
things.
if I was
1
like,
stone vitamin. Dissolved.
8 things. Batfleck.
yeah, bad flag.
Gin and tonic.
like-
Nice and classy. You know me. I love it. It's refreshing and dry.
Yep, good times.
Just like you. Refreshing and dry. I like that. What about you, Jay Strick? Favorite mixed drink?
I'm easy. Anything whiskey with Coke.
Okay, whiskey and Coke.
Yeah. Or if I'm feeling
It's a
crazy,
man's drink.
No,
Dr.
that's
Pepper.
that's
Dr.
a fucking 20-year-old's drink, okay? Let's just be
Yeah,
honest.
it is. It's all sugar.
I'm in my 20s.
I'm surprised you weren't like 7 and 7. Mhm.
Yeah.
I do like a good stuff. I do.
Secret 7 and 7. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
now, I guess that's decent, Jay Strick. What about you, Brooks? You got a favorite mixed drink?
Not really. I never got into drinking like liquor that much. But and when I did, it was usually like from the bottle. Like someone would be like, "Here,
Damn.
bud, take a shot," you know.
Same.
So no, I was never a mixed drink guy.
What about you, Dylan?
He said
I don't
so.
really drink no more, man, because I've never really liked the taste of it. But I guess
Mixed drink could be a suicide, like when you're a kid and you go up to the to the
I've
concession
done
stand.
You mean
I've
non-alcoholic?
done mixed drinks.
Chose gin.
Orange
Yeah,
Julius. Orange
Back in
Julius.
the day, oh, I love Orange Julius, but I did used to drink we used to get Simply Lemonade and Bombay, because gin is just gross. So we'd be rolling down the street, smoking Nando, sipping on gin juice, lay back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Yeah. But I don't really like drinking. 'Cause I get bad migraines just period without them, so I don't really need to. But I do love Orange
You don't need
Julius,
help.
brother.
I like sweet tea and lemonade.
I like
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, Arnold
Nah,
Palmer.
sweet tea and lemonade.
Half and half.
I love 7-Up and Hawaiian Punch.
That's good.
That's a
But-
weird stretch.
I'd rather just buy a Tahitian treat because that's what that is. It's
Basically
already
it
done
is.
for you. So good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. My favorite mixed drink is a Tom Collins and a special Tom Collins. We call it the Rockin' Robbie Tom Collins.
Yeah. Tom
The
Cruise is good.
RRTC. You know it. You know the way I make them Tom Collins, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
they're
saying,
pretty
man.
good. Yeah.
Man,
All
man, you know
right.
what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, show and tell. I should have brought a die out. So
You
here's what I'm
can't
gonna
do that, man. You can't do a dice. You're gonna create multiverses.
You're right. Like in that episode of Community. All right, show and tell. Brooks, you're up. Show us what you've got.
Oh, well, I picked this up the other day. It's the new Firestar. Relatively new.
Nice.
And she comes with a little dog.
Miss
What I really
Lion.
want, though, I want 90s Firestar with like a leather jacket and
New Warrior style.
the yellow sunglasses.
Well, that's first issue New Warriors Firestar though, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's a Firestar that they should be like get to work on at Marvel Legends.
No, the one that you have, that's the first issue of New Warriors. She's in that costume, but I do like the one that you're talking about too with the jacket. Dumbass goggles.
She was the Spider-Man as Amazing Friends costume.
That is a Spider-Man Amazing Friends costume.
Yeah, it's also the costume she had when she first showed up in the comics, man.
That is true.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you're the New Warriors expert, so
I know. That's why I'm telling you this.
Bro, calm down. Let him show his toys.
Yeah, man. Stop hassling me so much.
Why are you freaking New Warrior snob?
So hostile.
I just don't like it when people get information wrong about the New Warriors.
I'm a nerd.
Nerd! How would you feel if I got some X-Men information wrong? I'll pick this up too. It's the RC. And it comes with this rad Optimus Prime sticker. It's foil.
Oh, is that first edition?
Yeah, bro. I'm getting it slabbed.
Bruh.
Uh-oh. Almost knocked over the bar.
What if you just knocked all of this over?
And like I pulled out some comics to show you guys because we like comics, sort of, right?
I love comics.
This book, Little Bird. That
that book's fire.
It's pretty good. I like it. I think it's like 5 issues.
Yes, sir. And there's a sequel coming or a follow-up.
Yeah.
Precious Metal.
Precious Metal, Endgame.
Oopsie.
Precious Metal, the Snyder Cut.
For some reason, there's a random issue of Dr. Aphra stuffed in the middle of my run of Little Bird. I don't know. I'm fucked up.
Specking with Brooks. We spec with Brooks. Specking comic books with Brooks.
We spec with Brooks.
Specking comic books with Brooks, and we giving them a looks because you know that we crooks ripping off little kids because we specking with Brooks.
Also, I pulled out my Straczynski's run of Thor, and I've been rereading through them.
Nice.
I like. It's a good. I like Straczynski's run of Thor. This is the one where he wrecks Iron Man.
Yeah, totally disrespects him.
Yeah, like me and Jelani and
rightfully so.
The other day, and I got to talking about that issue of Thor, and I'm like, I need that. I'm so glad I organized my comics now. I just go to the book. I just open the book and I look down and there it is.
Come organize mine. What do you want for it?
What you want for that, Dr. Aphra?
I'll make you some Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I'll get you something nice. Come help me.
Some pizza.
I got to get half of them are in order. Anyway, moving on. Is that what you got? What do y'all? What is it?
I got one more thing. I made another drawing.
Nice.
Sailor Jupiter. That's Sailor Jupiter, right?
Yeah, that's Sailor Jupiter. She's got the lightning because
she wears green, right?
The lightning thing.
She wears green, right?
Yes.
Italian version is Sailor Jupiter.
I think it'd be more accurate if she wore blue, but I understand that's Sailor Moon's color. But Sailor Moon should wear purple. But whatever. Who am I to say, right?
You're out of your depth.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So who am I? You know what I'm saying?
You're element, Donnie.
Hating Robbie. Hate Robbie.
Hey, Robbie. Hey, Robbie. My name is Robbie Bells, and I'm hating on everything.
Show and tell. Jay Strick.
Why
don't you show us something except for that straight dick? Show us what you've got.
I guess I'm back in the pop game. I don't know how it happened. It just kind of happened. So.
And Pop's on the way out.
There's a Nightwing pop. Whoa,
I said don't show that. I said don't show a straight dick.
Oh,
what's the Nightwing?
Here is the Argento cut of Adam Green's Hatchet in trade paperback form.
Wow, it looks like it.
You don't have the nudie cover?
I don't. maybe one of my
You
friends
should
has
totally
it.
have the nudie cover.
I do have the Snyder Cut version of these comic books covers, though.
Nice.
I saw those.
Yeah, those look amazing. I like those, especially
Spoiler alert on the cover.
yeah.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
kinda
straight up.
spoilery.
And then lastly, I picked up Jason's Lives.
Nice tool belt, Jason.
Yeah.
Tool belt, Jason.
Tool
Yep.
belt Jason.
Where'd you
He's
get that?
cool.
Target.
Oh, I want one.
Were,
You don't
were
have
you
one?
at Target? Did you find it when we were there, or we were in that area and we saw
Yeah.
you? Awesome. Well done.
Yeah, I don't have one of those, but
That's probably one of the ones you want to get, man. It's one of the
yeah,
best. Jason.
I want that one, and I have Final Chapter, and I want to get New Blood when it's coming out. New Blood's my favorite. So my favorite look of Jason. My favorite
Yeah.
Jason look is
Yeah.
New Blood, I should say.
I love
All right.
the Jason Lives.
Good show and tell. Good show and tell. Show and tell. Rockin' Robbie. That's me. All right. Well, let's go ahead and keep it themed at first to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just got my Steelbook Blu-ray in this week
Nice.
of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice cover.
It is. It's really nice. I opened up my Leatherface figure from NECA.
Oh, face.
Really great figure. I would love for them to do a figure of him at the end where he's wearing the
Yeah.
jacket and the different mask, and he's going super
Definitely.
crazy. So that time I did meet Leatherface from part 3, Arhe Mihailoff. That's what I had signed by him. So to Rockin' Robbie, it says "Kill 'Em All," which is probably my favorite Metallica album. I'm gonna be that guy. I opened up my medieval.
Metallica was trash after Kill 'Em All.
I opened up my medieval spawn, and it's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, that looks great.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it is dope. It's great.
Yeah.
Got some Blu-ray pickups.
Of course.
Going to show them off. I got
Who knew?
Starman. This is the Scream Factory edition, right?
The Scream Factory edition.
I got Assault on Precinct 13 and a
Nice.
movie that we're wrapping up March Madness with the Gates of Hell trilogy over at Dylan's Horror Show. Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. This cover
nice.
glows in the dark. It's
Ooh.
amazing. And it came with the soundtrack. So that was cool. So those are
I want to see that.
some
And it's
Blu-ray
got the slip,
pickups.
right?
It has the slip,
Nice.
as you can see. So yeah,
Dylan
the
will
slip
buy that.
glows in the. No, it's not for
Glows
sale.
in the dark, Slippy.
He's probably got his own coming, actually. And speaking of Spawn, look what I got this week, y'all. Violator
Nice.
2.
Violator.
Nice.
Yeah.
Violator
Where'd
2.
you get
In
that?
the box. Well done.
We bought a collection at work.
Awesome.
Right? You ready for this one? Malbolgia.
Malbolgia.
Oh,
The
These
devil
will be
himself.
opened up on a future Rockin' Robbie Live.
holy crap.
Nice. Yeah, he's
Post
huge.
credits. And the final thing is something I've been
bro.
waiting. What?
And they need to make a Kickstarter.
He's just
Malbolgia.
hype. He wishes he had it.
This is something I've
Never
been waiting
know. I've
for
never
a long
seen them.
time. Dylan, be quiet. This is very special to me.
But,
I found Clearly Canadian.
Nice. It's at Kroger, right?
It's at Kroger, but I couldn't find the peach
tell me to
one.
be quiet for water.
Couldn't find the peach one. You don't understand because you were too young in the
Canadian
90s.
water?
You were too young in the 90s, good sir.
Clear Canadian.
Anyway, that's my show and tell.
It's freaking delicious.
Are you gonna crack it open?
And it's
Yeah,
better
well,
cold.
not right now.
What do you mean?
Harry says, "Can you turn the lights off so that we can see it glow? That would be dope." I don't know if that would really come across.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it would
You
come
try
across,
it?
Perry. You want?
I've tried with.
Prove it.
I'm not going to try. That'd be
Prove
way
it.
too. That'd be way too much, man.
I've tried
too-
with glow in the dark comics and it don't work.
See, Dylan's. Dude, by the way, did you get that glow in the dark Noctera #1? Because I did.
I did too.
Did you get the slip?
What is the main cover?
No, it was like a special cover that came out a week later. It's that cover, but it's glow in the dark.
I got this a week later.
Well,
But
there's a special one that glows in the dark.
Does it feel like it glows in the dark?
no, probably doesn't.
Okay. Well, you're up next for show and tell, Dylan. Show us what you got.
Well, I do got that NECA figure, but you showed it, so I don't need to show it again. But I got this, and he does have the suit in this one.
Bro, I got that one in my 2-box at work. I'm about to get that.
I'm gonna buy
It's
it
nice.
tomorrow.
Nice. This is a cool.
Chill.
This is the best Leatherface Funko Pop without a doubt.
I would agree.
I do got that. Where I must have put it away. Oh, I do got that same. My man Scarphead gifted this to me a while back. This is a good release too. This is the best release you can get of this one.
Yeah, it is.
Restoration.
It doesn't have the special features that the DVD had, but like or the other. But you can find that on. Yeah, I used to have that one. I used to have that, and I got rid of
all
it.
these special features, and all that has is just like 4 audio commentaries. I'm not hating on it. It's still a great release, but I wish it had like. Why didn't they put the special features on it? That's so weird to me. But
I wish I would have kept my DVD steelbook. I had that one, man.
I was like, when I got it, I was like, oh, no, I can get rid of this. And then I started looking, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting rid of it because it has all these special features. If it had the same, I probably would have. But and it's funny because they're both from Dark Sky Films. So I got this is that one I was telling you about with Aragorn, Strickland. And this has the guy who Robbie was showing off, R.A. Milahoff, or however you say his name, as Leatherface.
Leatherface!
Me. Yes,
He's
sir.
also in Hatchet too, obviously.
Yeah. And
gets fucking got Hatchet too.
Last but not least, you know what I'm about to show.
Hey.
For tomorrow, baby. I wish it had this.
What you gonna do?
I was just so happy to get this, bro. Because I was.
Yeah, you got it for a good price.
I passed on it when it was like 20, and then it was going out of print, and then at last minute, Amazon put like a couple back in stock for 30, and I was like, I'm getting it, bro. And I was
it's
so
like
glad
75 right now, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew it was gonna go up to it, bro. So that's why I was like, I don't even care, because when I got this for 30, I wasn't buying Blu-rays for even 20 at that point, which sounds crazy because now that's like all I fucking do. But yeah, that was a great pickup. I love it so much. I love that cover. I was looking at it for like 2 years in a row, and I was just like, do I need it? Because it was on Amazon too for years, and then now you can't find it nowhere. So I was so glad. I mean, it's a 2-disc set too.
What helps me out with those $30 Amazon purchases is that every once in a while I'll get an email and they'll be like, use your Amazon Prime free photo storage and get a $10 coupon. And I'm like, okay, and I'll like upload a photo, and then like I'll get a $10 coupon.
Yeah, you get a coupon.
Yeah,
So
check your email. That. I get shit randomly all the time. It's like use your music, app or whatever. Like anything that you're not using. Yeah, I get that stuff kind of all the time. Sometimes it's just like, $3 off a digital reward or whatever. But like sometimes it's good. And then you taught me to look out for the buy two get one, right? So you told me to look out for that, and you couple that all together, and that's when you dive into those things. Right? Yeah.
And then you get a coupon with that buy two, get one.
And you get the coupon, and then you're like, yo, it's double coupon Saturday, yo. Can I get a rain check on that? Speaking of rain check, wrapping up show and tell with Jelani. Show us what you've got.
I've got a lot. So
that's why you're last, brother.
I'm always last because of that. That's weird. Anyway, Richard. I'll start off with the easy stuff. I started getting more of these retro carded figures. So I got Electro this time.
That's dope.
I like that one. And then
I got
I like those cards. I was thinking about getting the torch.
Those are sick.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting the torch one.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, the torch was clean. It's the only one. I thought they'd have Dune in that set, but they didn't. And then I got Electro. I really like Electro. I think of my favorites though, I think it's Daredevil. The card on Daredevil is so cool. I don't know.
Man just dropped his whole stimulus on toys.
Hell yeah!
Oh, you know it.
I already know.
You know I did. I got so much more to show because this was a Hasbro Pulse heavy week, and I didn't know Hasbro Pulse was going to do this to me.
Oh, is that all exclusives from Hasbro Pulse?
Well, no,
I got a new Darth Maul coming out that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks sweet.
Yeah, that Darth Maul looks sick.
I got the Huffer Transformer, and I didn't get the trailer. I should have. There were 2 choices to get the trailer, or this is the regular figure. I just got the regular figure. He looks okay. I like him. He's pretty awesome. And then I got everyone's favorite Blur.
I hate that
Nice.
fucking character so
Yeah,
much.
his car form is a lot better. I like his car form better than looking at his stupid face. But I have him in my background pushing Grimlock, so he's pushing Grimlock. That's all he does.
Perry's in lack of stimulation, he says.
All right, you'll get it, man.
I think he's talking about sexual stuff, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then next, I got that thing Brooks got, but I haven't taken it out of the box yet. It's the Mega Constructs, Panther and Skeletor. It's my first Mega Construct, and I should have gotten the other ones that came out that were like super cheap, but I didn't. But I'm glad I got this one because it comes with a blocked Panther. It's so cool. And then I got more ninjas. So this time I got a red devil ninja with the devil mask.
69.
Yeah, he's freaking awesome.
Noise.
I liked him, and then this time I finally found a cheap black deluxe ninja, super cheap, and he's got his sword and everything. And I finally figured out how to use, of the like 8 ninjas I have, I finally figured out how to put this hood on his head. I thought the hole that was right here was supposed to be on his head, on the face part, and I was like, why is his face so tiny in this? And then I was like, duh, you gotta turn it around. But he looks awesome. This is
Sally?
Yeah, Sally.
Sally.
And then I also, from Hasbro Pulse, I got one other ninja, but I will save that one for next week because the parts for him haven't come up yet. But I got the Dungeons and Dragons Drizzt and
Why?
Jizzit?
I don't know.
About Dungeons and Dragons.
You're not
Not a
even into
damn
Dungeons
thing.
and Dragons. Why?
Not a damn thing.
Leave my man alone.
Not a damn thing. I don't know what these are about.
I'm not
But
sure
I-
what he's doing either
First
with
of all-
Dungeons and Dragons. But
First of all,
it's
that
whatever,
Panther,
man.
I mean,
that
they're cool
Panther
toys,
fight,
bro, but like,
they're cool as shit, man. Look at that Panther, man. It's clean and it's fully
We need to
articulated.
get you into some Blu-rays.
No, man. And then I've got the Drizzt thing, but he looks cool. I like his swords. I like everything about him. He even comes with this additional head.
What's
That's
it called?
kind of
Drizzlet?
Drizzt and I don't know their names. Who gives a shit? This is the box that came with. It's pretty clean. I like that box. But it's Forgotten Realms Dungeons.
this motherfucker is buying Dungeons and Dragons figures and ain't never even.
And
I'm
I
worried
think-
about him.
I have a dodecahedron. I don't
My
know.
Magic Man.
I'm worried
Fucking-
about you.
Do you want this? Or do you want to pay for it to get it? I don't know. Who cares? But I'm not going to
He's
use it.
trying to sell the 20-sided
I'm-
die that came with the figure.
It's a dodecahedron. There you go.
He's
Bam.
like, I spent all this money on this shit.
So-
I need to make
All right,
something.
and then I also got the Phantom, the Ghost Who Walks. One of
God
my favorite
damn,
folk
you buy
characters.
anything.
No, this is old school.
That's
this is old-
awesome. Is that a
Ooh, he got thick thighs.
This is
That's the
this is the
NECA?
NECA version. This is the NECA version. That
Dude.
came out. The
Put a
Walmart
Billy
is-
Zane head on that, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's got this sweet
I want
gun
that, dude.
with the blaster shots. This is
love
apparently
that.
Calm
Yeah.
down, Dylan. Calm
this
down.
is a repaint
Shut up.
of Superman.
I love
The
this
Superman Aliens figure that's like $100. So this is the body type for Superman. I didn't get Flash Gordon or Maine because I couldn't find him. And then
Phantom is the main one I want. Flash Gordon's
Finally.
coming in my comic
Yeah.
shop, bro. April 30th.
Mike's got like
Nice.
all of them.
I met him. Sam
Did
Jones.
you?
I've got Sam Jones autographs.
One of the Red
here.
Rangers was just at my guy's shop last Friday, and that's how now. And
Nice.
the guy must know Sam Jones, so now Sam Jones called my shop because he never
That's
had
awesome.
like get.
Sam
he
Jones is
never
cool
does
as
stuff
crap,
like
man.
that. This
He was
guy,
super cool.
Sam Jones called my shop. Like my shop didn't reach out or anything because he doesn't really do that stuff. Sam Jones called him.
Weird.
Okay.
Is it?
Okay.
All right.
I bet that was Austin St. John too. You know that. You know that J Strick. Anyway,
yeah.
what else you got?
Joey, what else you got?
I got Wonder Woman from the Last Night on Earth, the Bane Build-A-Figure set.
I was there when he got that.
She's pretty damn cool. This is
I
the
was
first time
there.
I've seen her.
Weird stretch, Brooks.
Yeah, he was there when I got this. Yeah, I didn't buy the rest of them yet, but I will get that Bane. I want to get that Bane. And then finally, my crown jewel, my favorite thing so far this week. It was the first thing that came in, and I was like, "What is this?" And I didn't think this would come in for months. And here we are. I got the Ultimate Expanse.
Nice.
Nice.
This is the Transformer version of the X-Jet.
That's sick.
I was like, and the jet's clean, but then I love the figure.
Yeah.
Like he comes with the Cyclops eyes, and the visor is, you can move the visor upward and see his face.
Nice.
I didn't know those are out yet.
I think I got one of those.
I didn't either.
Actually.
It was supposed to come in April, and it came super early. But he's got the Psylocke weapon and Wolverine's claws. It also comes with two little, like, a Wolverine and a Sabretooth, like a tiny like figurine. But I put those up somewhere. I forgot where they put them. But here's the box it came with, just because I want to show the jet off and how cool that jet is.
And it's a repurposed Jetfire, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no.
It's 69 millimeters.
Yeah, it's the 69 Jetfire.
69 Jetfire, but it's Lockheed Martin. I love this thing. This is my jam. I've transformed it like 6 times. I'm scared to transform it anymore. But yeah, it's amazing.
You don't want to wear it out.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my stuff.
Anyway, thank you guys so much. That was a great show and tell. We had a great time tonight. Don't forget, March Madness continues. We are over halfway through. We've covered some great movies and franchises. We're going to continue our look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre tomorrow night on Dylan's Horror Show, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. And next week, join us for Event Horizon here on Friday night for PCP Movie Night. But the night before, on Thursday, Dennis Camp, writer extraordinaire, is going to be here to chat with us about his work on Maxwell's Demons and other things, as well as his upcoming book, Chaos Agent. Trust me, I've read it. Ha ha! Y'all ain't even ready for this. Tell you what. Final thoughts, Dylan.
Can't wait to see you tomorrow. And thanks for having me tonight, my brother.
You know it. Brooks, final thoughts.
Something stare into the abyss. Something abyss stares back at you.
Damn, that's profound. Jay Strick, final thoughts. Jelani, final thoughts.
Everybody's biting my style these days.
I got a knife too.
My final